Anyway, Neil, your good friend Reverend Jones said hi to me last night. Where is he? Kenny and Reverend Jones were looking for you last night, and despite what
That's what I was doing. I couldn't talk to you because I was getting ready to blow a big one.
Now, who's laughing now, though? I filled my section. You said I couldn't do it.
What are you talking about? Filled your section. That's like saying I'm filling this studio with the listener. You know?
I mean, I had the entire stadium. There must have been 40,000 people.
Why don't you admit it right now? I don't want to bring you out of the closet. Why don't you admit it that you were lying through your teeth? You try to tell these people, I got to fill the ballpark. You don't care about the ballpark, which is fine. You know, there's no baseball fans here. You're turning into Orgy Central, which is good.
When I was eating,
even little Beaner Boy got laid there last night. He thinks.
When I was eating my French toast, Neil said to me, he said, I'll admit it, the Miami fans are clearly at a different level than all other cities.
Make no mistake about that. That's right. Yeah, they're in a league of their own.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell you, the audience, if you could come in here, if you want to really draw a crowd, what we're going to do is have you eat at the stadium.
Yeah.
If this audience could see you eat, man, it's an experience, Alexa, which I've never seen it. I've been at buffets. I've seen every fat pig that make me look like Minnie Mouse. I mean, but I have never seen anybody I was shoveling it down. Right. See, George gets so nervous every time I say anything with an SH.
I don't use utensils at all. Why use utensils?
Yeah, is that when you can use your fingers?
I don't even use a napkin.
That's what the bee said when he and Clarence were in the hallway there this morning. Why use utensils when you use your fingers?
Yeah, I go out to the water bottle in the bullpen in here when I'm done, and I just splash my hands off, and I go in soaking wet.
Man is taking the maple syrup, and he's pouring it out. He's got the French toast in the air. He's got halfway to his puss, and he's pouring the molasses on it as he's getting ready to put it into his mouth.
What's the difference between me doing that and sitting in here with all of Hank's cack on this mic? And they got Howard's got some like gingivitis laying on the end of it. It's just picking
Howard's
out
got a little runoff from his bag.
Dude,
that's
I
Howard's
can get
problem.
herpes touching this mic. I mean, the food I eat in there with my fingers, that's why chicks dig me. I mean, you can see I have the manners.
Yeah. Because you're a classy guy.
Last night I had the parking lots filled, 40,000 fans there worshiping. Every single person that came up to say hi to me, they go, "Hey, Ferrall, I just wanted to say, do you know Neil?" Not one person cared to meet me. They all asked about you.
You don't have to suck my ass.
Reverend
Jones is in there with his tongue deep inside your rectum. Don't mean you got to suck my ass.
Reverend Jones says he wanted to suck your ass today for like 4 hours.
Tell him to suck this.
He really said he wanted to spend 4 hours in your rectum.
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
No, I think he said he wanted to spend the rest of his life in Uranus, is what he was saying.
Well, my next event,
he's out of this world, Reverend Jones.
My next baseball event is, I got two of them, John Smoltz's Jesus Night, and then the one immediately thereafter is It's Your Anus Night at the game. We're going to have a big
Ought to get a lot of assholes out for that game.
I bet I could get more fans. If I could get your 1.5 million, 2 million listeners, we could have Neil's rectum night at the game.
In fact, if you get like 20,000 people out there, now you can have like twice Howard's audience.
They were turning away people last night at the game.
Oh, now, what is he laughing about in the back, you backstabber? I heard that.
What did I
do?
do?
Backstabbing phony, the beast. Oh, brother, you should see the way he used to suck Mo's ass, man.
The fans
and then
loved
as soon
beast.
as Mo kicked his ass off the show, now he's busy sucking your ass.
The fans were chanting Beast last night as he was busting off chicken wings.
He does a hell of a job.
You know what's great about the Beast, man? He does runs up there. He gets Carvel.
He said it was a lot cheaper than a high colonic.
You know, the key is that I had all the fans there.
And a lot more enjoyable, too.
A lot of fans there, Neil. 40,000 people.
You nervous laugh? By the way, have you seen the Beast and Clarence on our website?
I just know that Clarence came home from Omaha and no one respects him anymore. They just think he's a whore. That'll shut this show down. Have a lousy day.
Boca, you asshole. You asshole.
Countdown mode.
Baby McCartney, new one's on the way. Haven't been a daddy since yesterday. Heather's expecting, we can work it out. But it doesn't make me want to twist and shout.
You asshole.
When I'm 64, I'll still change diapers. When this kid's grown up, I will be dead. Better stock up now on baby wipers. My aching head.
Oy.
Baby McCartney won't give me no rest. I am not much better off than Pete Best. Don't know if the kid will be a singer. Just hope it's healthy when it finally comes.
gay.
Want the child to have 10 toes and fingers, unlike its mom.
Oh,
Baby McCartney, your dad is elderly. Wonder why I couldn't just let it be.
absolutely. This is better than sex.
I believe you. 10:06 at 560 WQM. So the beast is crawling around all fours on the floor now that Clarence is back in the building. Can you? I can actually envision that. I can see it.
I don't want to.
And we got that gigantic jug. I can see it right from where I'm sitting. That gigantic jug of Oli Oliva.
Extra virgin
olive oil for the beasts.
Rectum.
There you go, Clarence. Get it while it's hot.
Oh.
You know, I don't think I'm going to make it through the rest of this week. This has been too much for an old man like me. This has been way too much. I can't deal with just watching him eat. Have you ever seen anything like that?
It's a show.
I mean, it's bizarre.
He brings fingers into play he didn't know he had.
Yeah. This gives new meaning to finger food. Rutger Hauer would love him a lot, I'll tell you. He's like just shoveling it down. He comes in during his breaks, and this is what they for. You know, Clarence, you're a real jackass, okay? Here's a guy, they finally bring a guy in here who's like a talent. They bring somebody in that we actually like, that's a lot of fun, that, is having a good time. And, well, now you're not going to be able to eat in that studio. We're going to show you a thing or two. This is Clarence's idea of trying to be a macho man. You know, he's trying to, like, butch himself up. He's going to show these guys. Of course, you notice he made an exception for this room. We did not get that memo, did we?
No.
No, we did not. Will we ever get that memo?
No.
No, because he could blow it out his ass, and he knows that.
We'd eat it in the studio.
Yeah, we'd probably put ketchup and eat it with relish. Not that we don't like you, Clarence. You're a good little punk, but, keep your place. Sit in your mahogany desk. Oh, that's right. They got mahogany cards and mahogany desks. I still can't get over that. Had a tremendous response on that yesterday, the thing about the mahogany cards. WQAM, line 9. It's got to be a crank. Hello. QAM.
Hi.
Yes, sir.
Is this Neil?
Sounds like Neil to me.
Hi, Neil. This is Andy Artessa. I'm the guy that sent you that Forget About It board game.
Forget About It board game?
Yeah, I sent it to the Florida studio, though. Are you in Florida yet, or are you still in Toronto?
I'm in Florida right now.
Yeah, it's in the studio.
Somebody must have lifted it.
It's in a box here.
Oh, it's in the box.
We didn't open it.
It's a mafia-themed Monopoly game. You'll get a kick
Really?
out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably around somewhere.
And there's a couple other products that come along with it. I know you get a kick out of it because you like the mafia lore stuff.
I sure do.
All right?
I'll look for it. Thanks, Andy.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye.
There you go. There's our first caller guy that's given us something for free. Now, he wasn't a real exciting guy, but nevertheless, we'll take it. Whatever it is, we'll take it. Except more pictures from that asshole of Monkey Man. Leave us alone, okay? I realize that Beaner Boy is encouraging you, but leave me alone. Stay away from our lives, okay? Monkey Man. You're encouraging him. Oh, look at this. These are cute little pictures of the monkeys. You see, he with one hand he's pushing him away, and the other hand he's like, squeezing it. Just keep him out of my life, the freaking Monkey Man. It never ceases to amaze me. We go from one misfit, and we finally work feverishly for 15 years, and we maybe get rid of one. Am I right?
You think you do.
Maybe. At least temporarily. They go on hiatus or something. And no sooner do they disappear than, all of a sudden, there's another one just pops out of nowhere.
Like a hydra.
To take their place. So Ferrall tells me that some of our misfits were there. It is at the ball game last night, which comes as no surprise to me.
Gee, sorry I missed that event.
Guy with the eyes was there, your good buddy Ken. Whoa, Ken. Yeah. I think he'd have a good time with Eric up in Orlando. Let's send him up. And then, of course, the guy with the fanny pack, did Miguel say that too?
Fanny pack
he was there too. Oh, brother, what a just annoying guy. Just really annoying. Not in the same category with the guy with the eyes.
Benign, all things considered.
Yeah, but nevertheless annoying. Well, benign to you, but he was once once in the lobby at the goddamn PP Stadium there at the Panther game with a gun. They hired him as a security guard, and he was packing heat in the goddamn arena. Yeah.
Good God.
Yes. Right. The guy with a fanny pack. Well, it's not loaded. Well, maybe it is. This is what we're dealing with. And then, of course, Reverend Jones was there. And I wish that he could have been here today to hear Ferrall describe him.
You're gay.
Said you're a disgusting subhuman piece of crap.
What a surprise. He's a big fat slob.
Big fat slob, unshaven. He said he took up 3 seats with his gigantic ass. So I'm delighted that we're breaking Ferrall in. He can really get the smell, the feel, the lay of the land, especially the smell part. It smells lovely. That's why we're burning the incense. As soon as he mentioned the guy with a fanny pack, the guy with the eyes of Reverend Jones,
You're gay.
we lit the incense. Been pretty active here, though, all week. They're just milling around, that's Neil, look at that, Neil's here. Not long. Take a good look. I'll be going very soon. It is, seriously, I don't want a bellyache. I don't want to be like a whiner, but I went out to the store last night, and I walked outside. This is like 7:30 at night. It had to be 140 degrees, and the humidity had to be 200%. And I'm thinking to myself, how did I survive all those years of this? How do you do it? How can you survive this?
You don't. You just suffer.
Even if there were people who liked baseball, getting back to Ferrall and his lies about the Marlins, he admitted, by the way, he lied. He knows this is a bogus town. But didn't he say that? You heard him say that.
Yeah.
He did say it. I'm not making stuff up and putting it in his mouth. Nothing. But it's just so damn insufferable. So that's what we're dealing with. An empty deck is because anybody with a half a brain who had the luxury of getting out of here, they're gone. They got to be gone. And I salute them. More power to them. I'll be right on their heels, man, getting out of here. It's just, this is a swamp. It is a goddamn swamp. Not that I don't like it. You do understand that. But it's a freaking swamp, and it sucks. 12 minutes after 10 at 560 WQAM. Happy Thursday to you. I'll tell you one thing, the week is going by fast, and this 10 to 2 thing, this is a piece of cake, you know what? And, of course, following him, he kills like the first few minutes there with our crossover, which is it's time for a break like before you even get your ass in the seat.
Right now.
Thanks a lot, Scott. You're the best.
I mean, it's not as exciting as following Mo, but the pipe smoker will be up next, and the guava eating spigot, that little boner boy. Yeah.
We sure missed that.
Are we feeling the difference in the ambiance in the building between those bad old days and now? There's just a slight difference in the feel in the hallway.
I'm feeling something.
Hey, how low can those interest rates go? In fact, Todd Dreck was in here a little while ago, but it sure was a real pain in the ass seeing that midget. Do you know he weighs 165 pounds? And he's like 5'1". Now Financial Group does the limbo rock under the lowest refinance rate you've ever heard of in your life. How low is it? I'll tell you, 1.95%. That's true. Now you can refinance your home or buy a new home and get a super low 1.95% financing with Financial Group. Call them today and find out how you do this. Save yourself a crapload of cash. Call 1-800-940-LEND. That's 1-800-940-LEND. If you're even thinking about refinancing or buying real estate, call Financial Group 1-800-940-LEND to talk about savings. Listen to these paltry payments you make. If you have a $100,000 loan, your payments are only a mere $368 a month. If you have a $200,000 loan, you pay only $736 a month. So call Financial Group. It's a toll-free call, 1-800-940-LEND, and they'll tell you how this works. And you'll get you a 1.95% financing rate, almost unheard of, like I said. 1-800-940-LEND for Financial Group. They're an equal housing lender. Credit restrictions apply and rates are subject to change monthly. 5.19 APR.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Oh, Jim, quit dancing, will you?
I like it.
Rudolph the scumbag bomber, he was hiding in the woods.
Absolutely.
Living like an animal, just like a white supremacist should. He is the creep who's wanted for lighting the Olympic fuse and for blowing up people who thought they had a right to choose. And then one steamy summer's eve, Rudolph came to town. While looking for some dumpster food, a cop said, "Freeze or I will shoot." Now that the feds have caught him, he's hiding in a jail cell.
Absolutely.
Rudolph the scumbag bomber, soon you're gonna fry in hell.
Okay, I don't want to let it out of the bag, but now that we've been playing that drop-in these last couple of days, you know, Mo is going to stick around because they don't like paying anybody off to go away. So he's going to do drop-ins.
Drop.
He's going to do doo-doo in his pants and then do a few drop-ins. Am I right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's excellent at them.
He does probably the best drop-ins I've ever heard in my life.
Another trained monkey.
Yeah, in fact, we might just play all of them today.
This is better than sex.
And my personal favorite...
Take off those checkered pants.
You're the best, Mo! Just very briefly, like in little snippets. Speaking of Clarence. Yeah, Clarence looked like he was happy enough to be in his right mind. Hey, how's it going? He's a good kid, Clarence. He's going to get me paid on time on the 25th, which is good. Thanks. The last paycheck came a day early, Clarence. You're the best, like I said. He's a real master. Huh?
Get the bonuses within a reasonable window now?
Get my bonus like bingo, man, like it's shot out of a cannon.
Next day.
He don't monkey around. Because he realized he's like skating on thin ice anyway, because Duff really wants that job back. Here's the... What?
Nothing.
Oh, he really does. He's very upset about that. And I don't blame him. Here's the deal. Which of these do you care about most, we asked yesterday. Now, we have a similar poll today, but a little bit better, I think. We had 1,464 votes. Which of these do you care about most? When is Moe's last day on the air? You relentless bastards won't cut the old man a break. You know what I mean? 591 people said that's what they're most concerned about. When is Moe's last day on the air? Middle East peace, 356. Doesn't that disturb you? Well, first of all, not only is it an oxymoron and not going to happen, but even if it were going to happen, why are they so concerned about it?
What's it to you?
Well, how does that affect the price of peanuts? What does that mean?
Right. I'm concerned about one thing.
How does that affect the taste of your Hummintosh next Purim? I don't think it does. Who will be the Dolphins' starting quarterback this season? 186. That's some important heavy-duty crap. I agree with those people. That's something they ought to be worried about. They got something really worthwhile, and they don't seem to care about it. Is that Ferrall's real voice? 159 again. You forgot to remind me to ask him, was he crying like that as a baby? When did his voice take a turn for that kind of sound? 159 are concerned most about, is that Ferrall's real voice? 62, the Florida Marlins. 4.2%. They had a little over 11,000 last night, including the 200 plus that Ferrall got in there. So, and that includes about 7 or 8,000 Met fans. There's nobody there. Yeah, but the Marlins are going to win 91 games this year. Oh, and we'll get to that on the next poll. We'll get to that in our survey. Florida Marlins, only 62 people. That's 4.2%. Kids using cell phones at school. George is very whipped up about that, but most of you are not. Only 64%. And Fidel Castro, poor Miguel, he's going to be like kicking his ass, realizing how far out of it. You're right. He's got 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
He's got that Marlin fetish, which he was there last night at the game and didn't even get laid, unlike Beaner Boy. Where did he go, by the way? Beaner Boy.
Who the hell knows?
Oh, he probably went down for another faggot break.
Oh, yeah, one of those.
Probably hanging out with Robert. Kids using cell phones at school, 60, and Fidel Castro, 51. Nobody cares about Fidel. How do you like that? We're proud of our audience, okay? Even if it may be dwindling, it may be diminishing, it may be vanishing, but that's not the important thing. The important thing is our audience has got their priorities right. Far more of them care about when Moe's last day on the air is coming as opposed to crap, like Fidel Castro. Oh, yeah, but those two guys, in fact, it was in the Sun Sentinel yesterday, and it was in the Herald today. That's one of the favorite things that I see when I'm here is that there will be a story in one of the two papers on a Monday, and then the next day, oh, guess what? The other major paper discovered it. Oh, so they must read the competition. What an idiot. Oh, God.
I hate them.
Makes my goddamn knees knock. It makes me so weak. Good God Almighty. Nobody cares about Fidel. Only a bunch of old domino playing bean-sucking losers down there in goddamn Little Havana. Youngest of whom is about 110.
Right.
Just sweating their brains out. Or they play in the shade where it's like about 95?
Let's ask Carlos when he comes back.
They play in the shade.
In the shade. See.
Anyway, so that's yesterday's poll. Now, before I give out today's, let's take a peek how that hot couples contest is coming. And it's not a contest at this moment. Well, I know what you're laughing, what you're chortling about.
True.
It's a runaway. I see. If I had the energy, which I don't, I'd reach back there and get Del Shannon. I'd play runaway, but I don't. Plus, they'd be saying, "What's that? What's that? What's that doddering old man playing now anyway?" 684 votes at our hot couple contest. Frank and Liz, 684. Are you believing that? Don't answer. Well, I mean, I try to stay on the sidelines of this whole thing, but that seems to be a pretty gigantic lead over like Brian and Natasha are in second place with 305. And they seem to have a pretty damn good grip on second anyway, so that, which is good because a first prize couple wins a trip for 2 to the Bahamas or 3 days and 2 nights or Jamaica to that joint.
Hedonism.
I'm trying to get that out of my vocabulary. Try not to be a pervert like you and Ferrall. Holly and Deer in 206. So first or second place are like pretty good. And third place is, what is it? Dinner for two at the Pizza Loft. And you get to hang out with Jeff Cohen and suck his fingernails. Holly and Deer in 206. Mike and Kristen 200. And then, a shocker, only 196 for Marion Shane as she continues exhibiting a gigantic smile right on her breasts.
She's a trooper.
Have you noticed that? Her breasts are smiling, which I can't say I've seen that very often in my life.
I'm smiling back at him.
I'm sure you are. Ian and Jen have 178 votes. Greg and Stephanie, 140. Inexplicably, Danny and Michelle, 138, are lagging far behind, and they should be doing a little bit better than that. Captain Singh and his wife, 101, even though he is lovely. Vicky and Mick, 91. Dan and Sherry, 46. And way down near the bottom, Rich and Cheryl, 35. They're kind of like drooping near the bottom, and they votes too. And also, right on the bottom, poor Jody and Kevin, 23. A little better photography next time would do you better justice, Jody and Kevin, okay? Because you're sucking wind in last place. 23 votes out of 2,343. See what I'm saying? It's fairly simple math. Like about 1 out of 100, which is like 1%. Next time you'll do better, Jody and Kevin, because next time you'll send us a better picture. It looks like, what do they call that stuff? What is it? What was the word? Sepia? He's mouthing it for me now. I can't hear you.
Sepia.
I know, I just said it. You idiot.
I had no idea this thing was
Now,
on.
where the hell were you? Where were you in that unexcused absence there? Did you raise your hand and ask to be excused? No. Where the hell were you?
His stomach is all messed up.
I can't imagine why. Can you? I can't begin to imagine why. Why he fell over to the goddamn shower and almost broke the goddamn bathtub last night, 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to go take a leak. Pees all over himself, all over his clothes, all over the goddamn shower, breaks the shower curtain, busts off the whole corner of the damn thing.
But he found a penny.
Yeah, that's about 2 hours work for him in this place. So you see, you already got a head start in your paycheck. What are you bitching about? Plus, Clarence is back from Omaha now. You're safe. If you go from Omaha, and if you go in there and service him before lunch break, you might even get your stub tomorrow. Yeah, he said he'd give you... I think that was for real. Or close to it. He just went out and puked in Clarence's doorway. Yeah, it's kind of a party week here at QA because we realize we're all alone. We're alone.
Yeah.
In fact, pretty soon you'll be alone.
I know.
And I'm pleased to say that. Okay, here's today's poll. Let's not dick around here too much, okay? Let's get to it because we got heavy duty. In fact, you know what I'm going to do today and tomorrow?
I give up.
On this show? Nothing.
Revolutionary.
No, seriously. I'm just going to I'm going to schmooze. Whoever calls, I'll schmooze with the I got a whole bunch of good stuff here, like that story about the fridge. What's his name? William Refrigerator Perry. Remember when he played for the Bears? Remember that?
Right.
Anyway, he's going to be in a hot dog eating contest. And Mad Dog had a great line about him yesterday. He said that he's as dumb as a box of rocks, which I thought was great.
He's been doing all of these not quite sports events, like eating contests. Mm-hmm. He was wrestling a grizzly bear the other day. Something like that.
The Mad Dog? The Refridge, baby, the Refridge, the 400-pound cow. Another one of them great athletes who play on the line in football, yeah. All those Wichita linemen, they're beautiful. Although Clarence said he'd take them on. Let me do the break, and then we'll give you the poll for today, which I think is a pretty good one. George ain't going to like it too much because you get a chance to rip him in there, but why not? They like that. They enjoy it.
A lot.
Get a chance to rip Clarence, too. How do you like that? Have you seen the poll?
No.
Oh, you'll love it, but let me do the break first because we can kill, probably at least a half an hour on a poll? No, I just want to, like, today and tomorrow, we're just killing some time. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not doing a show today or tomorrow. I'm just going on strike, especially because it's so goddamn hot and it's oppressive here. It's nasty. When it's not raining, you pray that it would, because it, like, cools it off a couple degrees. You just pray for, like, a big, massive storm. For a big blow. The Neil Deals keep on rolling from Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto at Hallett Pontiac GMC. By the way, before we tell you about Hallett Pontiac, if you haven't seen the pictures on the website, on our new improved website, you must see Clarence and the Beast in a lip lock. And then, of course, that lovely picture of Mo and Geldy doing the tango. That's one of my all-time favorites. Geldy, by the way, left here this morning like that. He did. He was a little higher pitch than I can make it, but he was squeaking. Well, he knows that Mo's trying to, like, stab him in the back so that he and Ferrall can do the show together, and when in doubt, squeeze Geldy out. Here's Neil Deal number 1 right now at Hallett Pontiac. Get yourself 0% financing for 60 months on every single 2003 Pontiac or GMC in stock. Neil Deal number 2. Get up to a $4,000 rebate on every 2003 GM and Pontiac in stock. And attention current and former military personnel, although we will exempt Reverend Jones on this. Get you an additional $750 rebate from your friends at Hallett right now. And Neil Deal number 3, lease the new 2004 Grand Prix GT1 for as little as $289 a month. Even Beanerbrook could almost afford that. It's a 36-month lease. Check with our friends at Hallett for details. And right now at Hallett, test drive any vehicle on the lot for 24 hours. That's right. Take it home, take it to work, take it to the Marlin game, wherever the hell you like it. And of course, as always, Hallett's got a humongous selection of certified pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, the likes of which you've never seen. And if your credit is marginal, if you want the new Jeff DeForest, they won't turn you down. They'll still cut you a deal somehow at Hallett Pontiac GMC, and you'll find them in the same great place. They've been doing business for over 35 years. 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's US 1 across from the Falls. Open every day, 7 days a week. By the way, you remember the Jose Canseco story I had on Monday?
Yeah.
Well, I evidently Greg Kotex left out of the story. I forgot. Mad Dog mentioned it yesterday. He's under house arrest for 2 years.
Right, it got mentioned.
Did it get mentioned in the story? I forgot mentioning that. I thought we had blundered. I thought you had made a mistake. For more information on those Neil Deals, call the Neil Deal hotline at Hallett toll-free at 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211. Don't forget all Neil Deals. Subject to credit approval. See our friends at Hallett Pontiac GMC for details where they be professional grade.
This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Absolutely.
Summer movies, so much to see.
Summer movies, we never agree.
He likes guy films where things blow up.
She likes girl films, they make me throw up.
Summer flicks, men versus chicks, and cause all the arguments.
Wella.
Let's see this, wanna have a good cry.
How about this, wanna see people die. Wanna go to Terminator 3.
Kill some people.
You can go, but you won't take me. How about something with Reese with a spoon?
Not unless she shows us her boobs.
Summer bites when you get into fights over what film to see tonight.
Wella.
Let's see this, cause the actor is cute.
How about this, cause they're jokes about poop.
This is great. Oh, that's right. That's not done yet. I'm sorry. This is great, though.
We just argued, you know how it ends.
I saw my movie with all my girlfriends.
Then the next day, still couldn't agree.
So we said, let's just watch TV.
Summer's come when all's said and done. All the movies are really done. They're in love.
What's that? Dead babies?
10:35 at 560. We got something Clarence will be so excited to see. He's actually got to see this physically. It just came in the mail. This overhead, by the way, is screwed up again real bad. But don't mess with it, Corso, you idiot. Stay out of here while I'm on the air. I'll breathe on you. I'll take a dump right in your goddamn face. I will. I'll just go right up to him and, turn it loose. What are you laughing about? After all that bacon, you don't think I got, a little spare in there? So here is from an ant guy. What's this guy's name? Jerry Goodman? From A-Safe Pest Eliminators, Inc., manufacturers of Uncle Albert's Super Smart products. Didn't the Beatles do a song about that?
Lately?
Yeah, last week. 1113. Oh, here it is. Now, wait till you see where you apply it. Since you're such a cheap prick that Greg is a cheap prick and won't get an exterminator in here. Here you go. Want to present it right to you personal. In fact, if you'll bend over, I'll give you the first exterminating shot. No, seriously, look at that lube thing. What do you call that thing?
A lube tube.
It's the old lube tube. Look at his face light up. Look at that. He said, boy, he wishes he would have had that with him in Omaha. Thanks. Yeah, he said he thought the hurricanes took it up the ass. But anyway. See, now I'm using Ferrall's material. I'm sorry. Don't let him say that when he's doing the Panther games next season, okay? Don't let him say the Panthers are taking it up the ass, because that's what got him in big trouble in Atlanta. At any rate, so there you go. Because I think it's criminal. Seriously, I think it is so... It's bad enough, this non-smoking thing. Oh, you can't smoke in a building and it's going to get our insurance rate. See, they don't really give a crap if we burn this damn building down because it's a toilet anyway. Even the goddamn roaches have gotten out of here. But the fact of the matter is they're so goddamn cheap that they're worried about cutting that insurance rate back a little bit. So that's why they come up with this, oh, well, everybody now is doing non-smoking buildings. And so if you want to puff on a nice stogie, or if they're like smoking a nice fat number in the other room, or maybe Carlos wants to puff on one of them Camels, because Weinstein tastes good like an old Jewish cigarette should, and he's puffing away and smoking and coughing and gagging and choking up a storm. You'll never make it to 30, I'll tell you that right now, which is not that far off. Never make it. Melanoma, lung cancer, syphilis, diabetes, carcinogens in that bacon will give you a tumor the size of goddamn Montana. But other than that, he's doing pretty good. He's having a problem. It's called life. So thank you very much, Jerry Goodman. He sent us a whole. Now, I don't know what you do with these. In fact, Clarence might find something.
Oh, those go with the injector. That's what you inject.
What is this, to hold Clarence's cheeks open? Because that's what they look like.
You suck the goo out of the bottle.
Is that what it is?
And then you inject
he's
it.
Going to have him a. Did you notice how he ran out here with that stuff?
Into those chambers. Come back, Clarence. There's more
to it.
And he's
with a door lock now. Oh, my God.
Rectum.
Poor Clarence.
You need the little boxes.
Clarence, don't take it so hard, please, sweetheart.
He'll take
so
it
anyway, we got the new poll is up. I haven't even given it out yet. Thanks again, Jerry Goodman. He says, Sei gesund, good Jewish boy.
Oi!
Who's, trying to help us with our problem here so that Ferrall don't have to, be some kind of a lemming. I still think that's so freaking embarrassing. I mean, next to Greg, there is nobody in this building more obsessed with Ferrall than Clarence. I mean, obsessed. He's got a blow-up doll already in there. He said the one thing he missed the most being in Omaha was not being able to be in there and bond with Ferrall and to suck up to him. Although I noticed the Beast made up for lost time. Kind of filled the breach, so to speak. So you'd think that he'd want to be nice to the guy, wouldn't you? Huh?
You'd think.
You'd think he'd want to, make a good impression. Hey, look at me. I'm the 15-year-old program director. Look at me. I'm going to treat you nice. And instead, no eating in that studio. No more food on this table out here. See, the reason they don't want food on the table out there is too close to his room.
Is that it?
That must be it.
I thought it was just punishment for making a big stink.
Because he doesn't eat anyway, which it makes me very suspicious. You know what I mean about Clarence? He must be doing something. No, don't say that.
Not
See,
that.
just the kind of person that you wouldn't expect. Everybody's got something, you know?
Yeah, but
the Ferrall blow-up doll ain't going to keep him happy all the time.
There are always telltale signs.
Yeah.
Like, remember our old friend?
Harry? I know the one you're talking about, but
yeah.
I'm trying to divert you real fast from that.
There are mannerisms.
You mean like Harry?
Yeah.
A little bit hyper, a little bit spastic?
Yeah.
Oh, I know somebody like that.
Twitchy.
I wasn't thinking even about you. I was thinking about somebody else.
Guilty conscience.
So anyway, let Ferrall eat the food in there, be nice to the guy, and quit making him come in here shovel that food. That's not good for him. I mean, he thinks it's funny, I guess, but it's funny to watch.
He's speed eating.
He is speed eating, man. He is just making himself sick because he's got to eat real fast and shovel it. And you'll notice he doesn't leave anything. Whatever Howie sends over, he eats every drop. All you folks at Howie's, thank you very much. And number two, don't worry, nothing's getting thrown out. No. Every morsel that's in there, it gets into his puss sooner or later. But just, man, I've never seen anybody eat so much so fast. So like I said, he ain't doing that because he's got a healthy appetite, right? It's just, well, not you because you're skinny anyway, Beaner. But what I would give for his metabolism, see, those of us who really appreciate and love food, who are just obsessed with food, our metabolism is like barely moving. Just barely even showing on the Richter scale.
Right.
And so all we have to do is look at food, and there's another ounce and another half an ounce. And here's a guy that I don't think he enjoys it that much because he doesn't put it in his mouth long enough to taste it, and the food either. Right?
Right. He's just scarfs.
He's just sucking it down. Just like my golden retriever used to do the same thing. I don't think he ever tasted any bit of food in his life because it was always, and it just went down like, in a mass. Never tasted it. He was just filling like a hole. You know what I'm saying, Clarence? So here's the poll. I guess we'll do it after the break. No, it's a good poll. It's already got a bunch of votes on there. And I can see that Bush is going to do well today again. Good. We don't want to stop picking on Bush, do we? No. We don't want to stop picking on the Bushmeister because he is dangerous. And now you'll notice, now they're rattling their spear a little bit about Iran again. Did you see that in the news last night?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Things are looking a little bit on the lame side, and that would sure be a good diversion from those weapons of mass deception. So, let's start rattling our spear about Iran because they're, all those democracy seekers over there, all of our good friends who probably were pretty pissed off at us when we stuck the Shaw in there, don't like us all that much. Nah, they're rattling their spirits. So what we want to do is go in there and lend them a helping hand and prevent the Ayatollah from building those nuclear weapons and other weapons he's probably hiding under his robes. Maybe that's where the Pope is hiding them. 1042 at 560 WQAM. Let me tell you about a great place. In fact, Geldy's going to use these people, I'm delighted to tell you. Laminates Are Us. You know, laminated wood flooring from Laminates Are Us is the smart, the easy, low-maintenance, inexpensive alternative to very overpriced natural wood flooring. Laminates Are Us is the best place to find laminated wood flooring from Peridor, Pergo, Wilson Art, Unifloor, and Quickstep. They've got all the top names, all installed by Pergo-certified installers. And here's another good reason why you should call Laminates Are Us. Their prices are so good it'll absolutely floor you. You'll be right on your ass just like Beaner Boy last night. Right now you can get their summer special for just $1,995. That is absolutely correct. Just $1,995 for up to 380 square feet of beautiful laminate wood flooring. It is positively unbelievable and unbeatable, too. And Laminates Are Us will match any legitimate written offer. Speaking of that, if you want you a free in-home estimate with no obligation, call Laminates Are Us toll-free. Here's their number, 1-877-777-3336. Couldn't be easier for all the money in the world. They give you free carpet disposal, free furniture moving, a 25-year warranty, and years of beautiful, easy care laminate wood flooring. Call Laminates Are Us today, just like Geldy. Call them toll-free at 1-877-777-3336.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Get in my room before I start, because I'm getting high from the smell of my farts. Bed bugs are eating my brain, and that might explain why I'm going insane. Something's bugging me, something ain't right. Must have been the pudding I ate last night. I'm lying here peeing in my bed. I'm pretty close to being dead. Pick me up. I gotta go. Mr. Brinkley can't do it solo. Pick me up. I gotta go. I don't want the smell to burn my eyes. Pick me up. I got to go before my diaper turns the color of Bosco. Pick me up. I gotta go. I gotta tell Chet good night. Tell Chet good night. I'm gonna die into hell with my pride. Pick me up and lift me away in your big strong arms like I'm Doris Day. My heart is fading away, and at 20 beats per minute I could go any day. Now that's not much to ask of you. I'm laying here in a pool of my drool. Archer Midland Daniels might see me this way, and why then I'll get fired. Now pick me up. I've gotta go from what's leaking out my blowhole. Pick me up. I've gotta go before my diaper turns the color of Bosco. Pick me up. I've gotta go. Mr. Brinkley can't do it.
That'd be funny.
1047 at 560 WQM, the Mad Dog. 2 to 4, we got the Humper in the studio. 4 to 6:30, another one of them tough shows. 2.5 hours, nice going, Hank. And then 6:30, you got Marlins on deck. 7:05, the Mets and the Marlins again at PP Park right down the street. What do you think we get about tonight?
About 30
people. Yeah, because Ferrall ain't going to be there tonight. We're not going to have all that other... You're going to be there? What, do you get more free tickets?
Yeah.
Beaner Boy's going to be there. He got more free tickets. He's thinking maybe he'll get laid again there tonight. You're going to be in the pool in the... Oh, great! The Florida Marlins and House of Prostitution. That's what we want.
Oh!
I'm telling you. See, they think that I'm a bad guy, that I'm peeing on their parade. I'm hoping that they do something, like go away.
They keep doing things like that, like pool parties.
If they keep having pool parties and guys keep getting laid there, and they have a place for degenerates, like with the guy with the eyes, the guy with the fanny pack, and Reverend Jones to go and hang out and schmooze with Ferrall and Beaner Boy, and maybe somebody rubs up against somebody and like real
squirt,
just accidentally,
I mean, they could just fire the team, save the money. Nobody's going to see them.
No, they got to have that on there, like to legitimize, to pretend that it's legitimate. Because otherwise, if they said it's like a place of ill repute, then right away they'll close it down.
Just hire some people off the street to play baseball. They'll do it for cheap or free.
That's the thought. That's what Wayne had in mind.
Or better.
So here's the poll for today. Before we start our schmooze fest. Now, you can see on the phone we're doing screenless this week, and you can see that they're ready really to...
An outpouring.
Rock and roll.
Syrup.
Make no mistake. Which of these statements is the most ridiculous, we asked today? Let's see, we got 3, 6, 7 that I thought were pretty interesting. George W. Bush is a great leader. That's in the lead, by the way, already. 58 votes. Nice going, W. Well, should I read them the way I have them on the poll or the way they are I guess the way they are on the thing, because we got 123 votes already, haven't even read the poll. Which of these statements is the most ridiculous? George W. Bush is a great leader, 58. Mo Howard David does a great show, 21. George is a great fill-in for Neil, 16. Peace is coming in the Middle East, 15. Ferrall has a pleasant voice, 5. And tied for last place is one of the ones that I voted for. Tied for last. The Marlins will win 91 games, has got 4 votes, but I voted for Clarence, our program director, will get laid this year, only 4 votes, one of those being mine. What are you smirking about?
We don't know what's going on there, really.
Let me say it again. Oh, I know what's going on. It's called masturbation. Lots of it. Which of these statements is the most ridiculous? See, you're not listening to the question again. You're getting like the audience. Which is the most ridiculous? Clarence will get laid this year. Absolutely hysterical. It's a panic. It's a hoot. In addition to which, the beast to be jealous anyway. Now look at the smiles in their faces. They look so content, man. They look like Elsie the Borden cow. They look so content. Just haven't been freshly milked. Isn't that what they both look like? Oh yeah, the beast and of course the Moe and Geldy pictures are really amusing because probably the two of them at this point are more at odds than ever before because it's just just a matter of time before the other shoe drops in that deal. But look at the beast with a big broad smile on his puss and those big broad shoulders and that manly body.
He says that's the body he has under the fat.
And Clarence with I have never seen, he's smiling ear to rear. And a real ladyish, a feminist body there, too. So I have to take back what I said last week about who the top was in that pairing. I have to take that back, because after looking at Clarence in that picture, I think there could only be one reason the beast is smiling like that. Anyway.
Maybe they switch.
Maybe they swish. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Maybe we could invite all the Chronics to call in today and tomorrow, and then you do the show. Don't forget, look for the QM van noon to 1 today at Palmetto Kawasaki, located at 6400 West 20th Avenue in Hialeah. The Hung Miguel will be there. Stop by to win free tickets to tonight's Marlins-Mets game, courtesy of the Real Yellow Pages from Bell South. Tickets to tonight's Marlins-Mets game, Miguel will be giving away. Any takers out there? Beaner Boy took a pair. He's got a pair. So Ferrall says he had a couple hundred people there last night. Now, other people have given me varying reports. Even the Beast, who sucks his ass so hard it's like almost illegal in Dade County, he said there were about 80 or 90. And the Hasidim that called in to Mo this morning, they said like about 80. But, we'll humor Ferrall. There were about a couple hundred people there last night, and 50 people in the pool area, all just hopping on top of each other, just grabbing it. That was his definition of getting laid last night, Beaner Boy. That was his definition. Somebody grabbed something in the pool.
Oh, my mind just went off.
Yeah. They thought somebody dropped their baby Ruth in the pool, I think is what it was. But anyway, I don't know. 5670560.
It was my car keys.
Pound 560. And they probably think that I'm making a story up about him, like going to take a leak at 3 a.m. and being so drunk on his ass that he fell back into the goddamn bathtub and peed all over himself and all over the goddamn wall and everything in sight. That's our Beaner Boy, man. That's the one. Oh! He's the best. He is life challenged. WQAM.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
When does George start doing the shows?
When does George? Would you like to have about 11 o'clock?
He's one of the best.
Is he?
I love him, man. He talks about the swing clubs. He's been in Excitement Magazine with Lisa Lips. He's the greatest.
Okay, about 11:30.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. 11:30, George. It's one of your people.
Yeah.
He's another one, sounded like Clarence's twin brother.
He was a crank.
Can't get laid. 5670560, pound 560. In fact, you'll notice that the people that show up at these events are the people who cannot get laid, like the guy with the fanny pack and the guy with the eyes.
Right, if you could get laid, you'd be doing that.
Instead of being at the Marlin game, schmoozing around with a bunch of, wackos. 77 votes for George W. Bush. That's a shocker. I think it's unpatriotic. WQAM.
Neil, have you seen Norm Kent's ad in the business section today?
Norm Kent's ad for what?
It says Marlins to commit ads in South Florida Gay Week.
He faxed me that weeks ago. That's an old story. Get out of here, you loser. See, I told you this is going to be exciting today and tomorrow. It's a schmooze
thing.
No, I am going to enjoy it tremendously. And don't mention Norm Kent on this show ever again, okay? Calls me yesterday. Oh, I got a great idea. Neil Rogers bobblehead dolls for my charity. He's got an idea for how I can help him raise money for his charity. We got our own charity, Abandoned Pet Rescue, which I just wrote out a big fat check to get the ball rolling on that. And we're going to have the best of CDs and a whole bunch of those Mo Howard David keychains.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, those are coming out. Right?
Yeah, that would be funny.
And I'll guarantee you, as big of a hit as the Mad Dog ones were, these are going to be, make those pale into insignificance.
Absolutely.
So you just mark my words.
Oh, no.
I know, it's too late for that.
No, not necessarily.
Oh, we can get that in there? Oh, please. That's got to be on the keychain.
Absolutely.
If you have your Mad Dog and Mo Howard keychains, you can have them talk to each other and answer each other.
Uh-huh. I'll work on that. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon line, WQAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got a good idea. Mo can leave and bring back Joey Reynolds and Goldie. How's that sound?
We got a phone number I can give you, sir, okay, for some real assistance, for some very serious help. You see what I've always said? All the little talented people out there just waiting for their opportunity to shine, for their moment in the spotlight. 567. We're just having a schmooze fest here. That's all we're doing. Do these people know how to do it?
No.
See, I'm trying to resurrect what used to be a lot of fun doing a talk show in this town. Used to be great.
Yeah.
And I've gone all the way from being a little way too serious, reading those bedtime stories that only George enjoyed, way too much. And get out of here. You're such a suckhole. If I would have sat here and been licking fudge all summer long, you would have said it was great. I do like fudge.
Fudge is good. Hot.
Sundays. Hot fudge sundae.
Yeah.
On fish food.
Oh.
With maraschino cherries and real whipped cream. 5670560, pound 560. So we've tried all of that, but just to try just a little taste, speaking of that, just a taste to resurrect the good old days.
Good luck.
It'll be great. You'll see.
All right.
I mean, if not, I got a whole crap load of stuff, good stuff.
Great.
Will we see Gore TV? Will we see that?
No.
Oh, that's the new rumor. Oh, yeah, we're going to have either Gore TV or radio. The liberal network. Oh, Neil, you need to be on that.
No.
No. We'll leave that to the goddess. WQAM, Schmooze line.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
This QAM?
Yes, it is.
Hi. I'd like to cast a vote for the survey and also try and get some tickets for my son and I for the Met game.
Some tickets from whom?
From Neil Lewis.
Neil Lewis? How about Ray
Neil?
Brown? Neil Lewis? I thought it was going to be great. This is the best hour I've had in years. He hasn't got any idea what my name is. He hasn't got a clue what goddamn planet he's on, but he wants some free goddamn tickets. Welcome back to South Florida, Neil. Oh. Yeah! God, is this a great place or what, huh?
What?
The next person who mentions free ticket for the Marlins games, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to do something nasty. I'm going to fix him up with Clarence. How's Clarence doing on the poll, by the way? Don't tell me he's in the behind. He's in last place, only 6 votes, and one of those was mine. See, they just don't know. Get those Marlin tickets out of my face, you idiot. See, you know something about him? He's one of those people doing a fine job, getting a lot of compliments, getting a little extra smeared onto the table, but he doesn't know when to stop pushing it. You've met people like him, just pushing it a little further every day. Yesterday he was throwing his yo-yo in Duff's face. You were out taking a crap for one of your 4 craps. He was like throwing his, he was slinging it right in Duff's face.
All day long.
And Duff almost took a hold of it. 10:58.
And pulled it?
Which would have been a sad moment for you, believe you me. Because once he gets a hold of your yo-yo man, that's the end of that. You know, hurricane season is here. Oh, my God, is it ever? May and June and July, it goes on. Before a storm hits, you put up shutters to protect the windows and doors of your home. But what about the roof of your house? The Somay Paint Factory makes Roof Mastic, a roof coating that can help you hurricane-proof your roof. Somay's Roof Mastic has saved hundreds of roofs during Hurricane Andrew, while unprotected roofs were peeling off and flying away. Somay's also got waterproof coatings for every kind of roof. Call the Somay Paint Factory at 305-633-6333. The Somay Paint Factory is the oldest quality paint and waterproof coating manufacturer in the entire state. Somay will save you a lot of cash because they eliminate the middleman markups. They sell to everybody at wholesale prices that are 60% lower than what you'd pay for national brands at retail stores. So protect protect your home and property from South Florida's tough tropical climate, and especially with hurricane season here right now. Get the best paints and waterproof coatings at the best prices. Call the Somay Paint Factory. That's S-O-M-A-Y. Somay Paint Factory at 305-633-6333, or find them on the web at somay.com. You save money when you buy direct from the Somay Paint Factory, and be sure and tell them that Neil told you to call 305-633-6333.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Get in and hold it.
Got King Kong, smelly yellow teeth. I'm like my yellow gorilla, eating my feces. Hey, hey, I got monkeypox, and I'm not clowning around. Bananas got me straining and turning my diaper brown.
I love eating
I'm
them.
just trying to keep busy, playing monkey records all day. Smell my toes and my fingers, and wonder why they smell this way. Like J. Fred Monk, I'm a chimpanzee. I'm not as mighty as Joe Young, but maybe Lancelot Lee. Hey, hey, I got monkeypox. I'm all hairy and brown. I got some irritation, so I'm pulling my diaper down. Hairy dogs are real friendly, best pet I ever found. With all the fun we've been having, throwing our doo-doo around.
11:03 at 560 WQM. Happy Thursday, too. We're having a big party over here. The Beast is standing in there because he can't eat outside because his good bunk buddy Clarence won't let him do it. Now, why have you got... Why do you have that facial mask over?
Having,
an attack? A little problem? Oh, poor baby. He's having a little bit of a problem in his pants. Of course, the Beast, he's standing there, keeps eating, shoveling away. Wouldn't make any difference. If you took a dump on the chair right there, it wouldn't stop him from eating. Nobody can maintain that girth by being, a little squeamish. And not only is he standing there with his 400 pounds up against the wall, he's sucking on oatmeal. Oh, my God. There are a few things. So the Beast, what the same difference? Little Beast, Beaner Boy, he brings me back a fistful here. A fistful of Marlin tickets from you know what we ought to do? Let's give these away. Hey, anybody wants some Marlin tickets from last night's game? I think they might lose 10-5, but nevertheless, it'll be a great time at the pool. Huh?
And Ferrall will be there last night. It's going to be great.
If you missed it, now you don't have to.
All the Marlin executives are going to be there, sucking up to Scott. It's going to be great.
If you missed it, here's some tickets so you don't have to miss out. Yeah, Malcolm McDowell will be over here. We'll put you in the time tunnel with him and James Deeren and Pat Boone. Right? Well, I got some DVDs last night, but I'm not going to watch them yet. I got Snatch.
Yeah?
How do you like that?
It's about time.
Clarence? Yeah, I got Snatch last night. 232 votes on the poll. G.W. Bush is a great leader, 108. George is a great fill-in for Neil, 36. Peace is coming in the Middle East, 36. You're tied with your, or 30, I'm sorry, about 30. Mo Howard David does a great show, 29. The Marlins are going to win 91 games, at least according to many of our callers earlier before the season started, 12. Ferrall has a pleasant voice, 10. And Clarence, again, can't get out of last place. Clarence, our program director, will get laid this year. 9 people say that's the most ridiculous statement of them all, including me.
Maybe if you put by a girl, the results would be higher.
No, I wasn't thinking that.
Oh. Okay.
I was thinking by anything alive, anything breathing. Or warm. Maybe not breathing, but warm. Recently alive. So, this was from Treasure Island last night, huh? This fistful of Marlin tickets that you guys couldn't give away.
Oh, no. What else is new?
Hey, Scott, I know you're on your way up to Boca to play golf with the old man.
But let me just say this to you, okay, seriously. And I don't know why I'm saying it, because he already knows it. He admitted to me. He knew before he started what a bogus place this was. He's just having he's funning you. That's all. He's funning you, plus he's getting a little extra on the side.
It was real interesting last night, speaking of that. A lot of people.
Oh, you were there?
To Treasure Island.
Oh, I thought you meant at the Marlin game.
A lot of people showed up to get the Poison tickets that we said we were going to have,
right.
Which we did, right? And we asked them, what do you want, Poison or Marlins tickets? And
they didn't even think you were talking about the concert. They thought you meant like arsenic.
The reaction, it's like, wait, we're not joking, we're serious.
You want concert tickets or Marlin tickets? Oh, my God, let me think about that for a couple of seconds, okay? Let me call my attorney and see what he says. Let me talk to Jonathan Edwards over there and see what the dead people say about it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's about a dozen tickets for more than that. About 15. In fact, they're like all stuck together here because it's from Treasure Island.
About 30, man.
Might be that many. And couldn't give them away. Couldn't give them away! In other words, they didn't have to go. These are people who had just taken them and said, oh yeah, well thank you very much, and maybe thought about going, like on the way up the Hershey Highway, on the way up the Turnpike, maybe. I don't think so. They're already behind 15-0, you know. But they wouldn't even touch them with their hands. That's how despicable this concept of going to a Marlin game was to these people. So let me say it again. Do you silly people, do you people who refuse to take no for an answer, like Norma Kant, speaking of him? Nobody cares. Look at that. See, he's letting out a big, and you're right. It's a big yawn. Make no mistake about it. A big fat yawn.
There's surgery for that.
That, by the way, was the Beast's debut on QAM. That was his first time on the air. That's what endeared him to Clarence so much. Plus his shapely ass. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. We're having a Neil Rogers schmoozathon today and tomorrow. WQAM.
Hey, Neil, how's it going?
Okay.
Hey, it's good to have you back in South Florida, man. And first thing, you and Ferrall, the crossover is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's absolutely hilarious.
He's a trip.
And the Beast did suck on his first show. But
Oh.
I heard you...
Let me just tell you something. I told the Beast to stop going, like every time he opens up Playboy, he's got some pictures of some hot naked babes in there. You know, stop sucking that much. So this morning, Ferrall is talking about some Marlin executive or some guy that he met last night, didn't want to confuse with the fag on Will and Grace. And he's saying, oh, this guy's a real good guy. And then the Beast goes, which maybe the Beast has got the hots for the guy. I don't know. But, I mean, that's just, it wasn't the appropriate sound to make at that point, Beast.
Sounds like they should put them in the magazine.
Yeah, exactly.
But I heard you mention Netflix the other day. I was calling to vouch for it. It's fantastic.
Who's that on the bat line, George? Facts. Yeah.
The Netflix is fantastic. If you're into the movie things like you guys have been, you got to get a hold of it. It's great.
You didn't mention movies, did you?
Oh, sorry.
See
Am
ya.
I a little late on that?
See ya. We're not talking movies this week, okay? Or next week. Or for the next several shows. Who is that?
It's Bob Lincoln.
Hey, didn't anybody tell you that Bob Atkins died?
Yes.
Oh.
Well,
what could you possibly want?
Wanted to give you the good news.
Yeah.
Viva Las Vegas. I moved here. I'm sitting here as we speak.
Oh, you moved to Vegas?
Yes, sir.
See, that Dr. Bob Atkins had that nasty fall and unfortunately never recovered and died, and Bob Lincoln, being the wise guy that he is, so to speak, he figured he better get out of here while the getting was good, and moved to Vegas. Oh! And on that plane, he was singing Viva Las Vegas. I'm sorry I missed that.
Boy, I'll tell you, what a difference.
Yeah.
What a difference.
I know.
I should have done this a long time
Just like
ago.
me being in Toronto, you know what a difference with pleasant, wonderful people, living and breathing people under the age of 100 with a smile on their face and a hand in your pocket.
My daughter's boyfriend he jumped out of his skin. He was in the Albertsons, and one of the employees came up and said, "Can I help you with something, sir?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Oh, totally. And service here, God forbid that you.
George said he would jump out of his foreskin if that ever happened here.
Yeah, it's. I tell you, I should have done.
See, I'm trying to spice the call up a little bit, Bob. So what are you doing out there? You're just doing another travel scam?
I'm going to do a Atkins land base. I'm going to do it once a month here in Las Vegas. So I'll have everything prepared for you when you come out. There's a lot of new stuff out here.
Well, what do you mean prepared? Prepared for me when I come out to Vegas? Oh, man. You haven't lost that sense of humor, Bob.
No, I haven't. No, there's some new hotels.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of good stuff out here.
Great. Well, listen, have a great life out there and keep in touch.
I will.
And say hi to Dr. Bob.
I will.
He's going to be on Jonathan Edwards, 3 o'clock this afternoon. Thanks, Bob.
All right,
okay.
bye-bye.
Bob Lincoln, there's a guy. Boys, that bring back some memories or what? Viva Las Vegas. Oh, there's the plane. It's over there on the other side of the tarmac. You can't, we want to apologize again to anybody in this audience who was on our Vegas trips those 3 years. Especially those two with Bob. He meant well, and he was real tight with Fat Rich. 56705. See, I want to see some response here today. This has been very lame. You know, I realize there's nobody in town, but I come back for a few days. I'd like to feel like somebody cares about it. You know, like somebody feels something besides in the building. Oh, gee, Neil, you'll have to come back more often. Man, they're all sucking me so hard out there in the hallway. It's like I'm drained.
I'm amazed you can make it to the studio.
Exactly. God. Oh, you have to come back more often. No, I don't think so. This is more than enough, believe me. More than enough. And then I got that long winter to look forward to. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do that. I wasn't joking about that yesterday because I'm certainly not going to freeze my ass in Toronto all winter long, but where would be a good alternative where the weather is like mild, you know? Stewart.
For the winter?
Yeah, like the middle of November to like the 1st of March.
Texas.
Oh! Albuquerque. How about Louisiana?
Ew.
You know, it gets pretty damn cold. Those aren't warm places either.
No, you got to hang down to get into the warmth.
Right, like maybe not San Diego, but like what's Santa Barbara?
Right.
Huh?
Baja, California.
Baja sounds really good.
You could hang with some beaners.
Tijuana.
I don't want it.
I could be on Extra, XTRA in Tijuana. That would be good. Then I could say F and SH and all other stuff on the air. On that station, not on this one. 12 minutes after 11 at 560 WQM, I'm going to tell you about a spectacular place. In fact, 2 fine restaurants in town. Jeff Cohen owns them both. The world-famous Pizza Lofts in Davie and in Plantation. The original Broward location is on University Drive in Davie between Griffin Road and 595, right beyond Pier 1 Imports. And the Broward location is on Nob Hill and Sunrise, right behind Walgreens. In that little strip shopping center. Can't see it from the street, but the good news is both Pizza Loft locations offer you fresh, delicious Italian goodies, very modest prices, and great friendly service, too. Can't beat it with a stick. They got all your Italian favorites, every kind of pasta dish under the sun, and chicken and veal, seafood, 3 different kinds of fabulous pizza, calzone, super subs, and garlic rolls that have got to be the best in the universe. So bring the whole family to the Pizza Loft, and like I said, the price is right, so you don't have to put a big bite into your pocketbook. Eat it there, have it delivered, or stop by, take it home. For catering, as little as $5 per person in Davie, call 954-916-8880. 954-916-8880. For takeout, catering, and delivery in Plantation, call 382-1999. That's 954-382-1999. It just keeps getting better and bigger at the world-famous Pizza Loft.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
So you're back.
Getting worried about what I eat.
Yuzzle boss.
I don't want to die from having steak. I don't want to swallow no mad cow meat. Gonna take a break. Take it off my plate. Don't give me no beef, boys. I'm asking, please. Don't wanna catch low mad cow disease and waste away. Don't give me no beef, boys. I'm vegan now. I have to get by on salad somehow and waste away. Take my burgers away. Don't give me no beef, boys. The same with pork. Don't wanna get sick from what's on my fork and waste away. Ooh, don't give me no beef, boys. I'll have tofu. I guess I'll have to give a flavor to or waste away. Wanna live out my day. Don't give me no beef, boys. I'm asking, please. Don't wanna catch no mad cow disease.
11:17 at 560. Man, there is a response here. It's like doing a show at in a funeral parlor, ain't it?
You are.
Anybody want these Marlin tickets from last night?
No.
Marlins and the Mets, it says right there on the ticket. Pro Player Stadium, 7:05 p.m. Marlins Mets tickets. I got a fistful of them right now.
We'll throw in some magical parking passes.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. You can take Ricky Ticky's parking spot right out there in front of Magic. I'm doing screenless. We're giving away last night's Marlin tickets, and there's one call on the board. WQAM. And it's the operator. Wow. So here's a fact. Oh, well, I got 2 faxes to catch up on. Read them real slow, Neil. See, in past years, it seems to me like toward about the 20th of June, like just about now, is when I started my thing. And this year, for some reason, I looked in the... I should have just told him I'll start it when I feel like it.
Right.
The Tuesday and Thursday deal. So anybody that knocks George for struggling through the summer months, boy, I'll tell you, I don't know how he does it. I just don't know how you do it.
Drugs, lots of drugs.
Oh. I mean, you're talking to yourself.
I know that.
Especially when you're on. WQAM.
Neil.
Yes.
because of your show and all the drops that you play and the recommendation.
Yes?
34 years old, and my wife and I sat down last night and watched The Godfather for the first time.
You watched The Godfather for the first time?
For the first time, yeah. And,
Don't think you blow their brains all over your nice Ivy League suit.
And because of all the drops that you play, and I'm so used to hearing them, my
Yeah.
wife thought I was psychic because I knew all the lines before they even said them. It was
What's
great.
the matter with you? I think your brain is going soft.
Anyway, I
So how did you enjoy it? How did it change your life?
I thought it was I don't know if it changed my life.
Oh, come on.
I thought it was a really good movie.
I bet you this
I'm not sure
line
if
this
it's the
line
best
changed your
movie
life.
ever made.
I don't care how many Dago, Guinea, what, greaseball, goombas come out of the woodwork.
That had to do it.
I've laughed for 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was good.
When that,
Jack Waltz.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
He ain't no band leader.
I'm not sure if I could take over as a program director down there, but I got a great way to increase numbers in that 5 to 8 shift without changing anything.
Go right ahead.
You just change the name to Free Tickets Today.
Uh-huh.
We'll be right back with more Free Tickets Today. Coming up after the break, Free Tickets Today. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I think it would work, at least for a while.
I think you got your finger on it.
See you guys.
Thanks, Pally. There's a guy saw The Godfather last night, thanks to me. It only took me, about 100 years of encouragement, and they finally got around to it. Here's a unctuous fact. Wait till you hear this. It's got to be a comedy fact. I hope so, but I don't think so. Although it is unsigned. Neil, hello. Do you think you can invite Rimmer to your program today or tomorrow?
Yes.
As the draft is coming up, I'd like to know his opinion. I wouldn't. Also, did you hear Ferrall this morning when he said that Val Burry might be coming back? Yeah, that's what it said. A big article in both sports sections of the newspapers. What a joke that would be, and you are absolutely correct. I'm sure Rimmer would love to come on your program and talk hockey. Oh, I'm sure he would, but it ain't going to happen. There's about as much chance of that happening as my buying him any more meals. Here's another fact that says, out of the contest, the hottest babe is Liz, gets 2 huge ones up, but Frank looks like an escaped prisoner from Little Havana. I noticed how George and GW are neck and neck in today's poll. No, they're not. And I was wondering if we could put a picture of George on your site dancing shoulder to shoulder with W. He don't want to be seen with him. And by the way, when is George coming on? I think a little ass and babe talk is in need over here, says a faxer and Kendall. See, this is the problem now. You got it with Howard Sperm, you got your babe and ass talk. With Ferrall, you got it up to your earlobes, babe and ass talk. So we're going to try to give you, like, as we always do, something different when I'm here. Like penis talk. It's not anything different. No, seriously. I mean, it's just
store talk.
Right. Anything else. Just to try to calm you down a little bit. And then, of course, when the Mad Dog comes on, then, well,
all right.
You know what that's all about. That man, seriously, he made me change my underwear twice yesterday when he was in here. Soiled me twice. He is so ecstatic about being on doing 2 to 4. And also my giving him that advice. See, that's a guy, the Mad Dog, who's not a bullcrap artist. He'll thank me for he's honest enough to admit that I'm the one that changed his life. He said, you taught me, man. He said, you taught me less work and more money. Which is why he's on like once a week. You know, that's 2 hours. He gets a fortune. Nice going, Mad Dog. And, of course, Hank now with his 15-minute show. You know, he's doing the same thing.
That was funny.
Getting paid zillions for working about 20 minutes a week. That's the way we like it here at QAM. That's why we're even nice to the underlings like our program director, Clarence. How much do you think he's pulling down, so to speak?
Figures. Plus.
And he can't get laid? He's making 6 figures and he can't get laid? I'm making 3 figures. What is that?
He's making 3 figures.
You're making, and Beaner Boy's making 3 figures with a decimal in between the second and the third ones, and he can get laid. And it looks like crap to top it all up. So it's got nothing to do with appearance. Because believe me, if I had to put Clarence and Beaner Boy side by side, I wouldn't know which one to start crying about. Which of these statements is the most ridiculous? And of course both of them would say, well, look at yourself, Pally. Hey, you'd be amazed. You'd be shocked. Which of these statements is the most ridiculous? George W. Bush is a great leader, 134. George is a great fill-in for Neil, 60, although we do love his eating ass and sucking armpit shows. Peace is coming in the Middle East, 41. Mo Howard David does a great show, 33. The Marlins will win 91 games, 19. And now we got a tie for last place. Clarence is starting to get a little bit of respect from the audience. See, the problem with Clarence is they don't know that much about him. Just what we say on the air.
Well, they can see his picture now.
They could see his picture with the beast on NeilRogers.com. If you want to understand what the problem is there, just take a look at that, okay? Take a look at that girly body. Ferrall has a pleasant voice, 11 votes for that. And Clarence, our program director, will get laid this year. 11 of us, including me, said that's the most ridiculous thing I've heard not only this year, but in a coon's age, in a very, very long time. Don't forget, check out the QAM van, noon to 1 today. The lovely Miguel is going to be there. Who'll talk to you about Castro for hours and hours. He'll stay late. At Palmetto Kawasaki, located at 6400 West 20th Avenue in Hialeah. Stop by to win free tickets. Free tickets to tonight's Marlins Mets game, courtesy of the Real Yellow Pages from Bell South, where they haven't caught on yet. WQAM.
I'm so wasted.
WQAM.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling for Neil.
Speaking.
Is this Neil?
Yes, it is.
Neil. I wanted to tell you that I saw something this morning you might get a kick out of. There's
Okay.
a homeless guy that is collecting money on the street corner of 7th and Flagler, speaking on a cell phone.
That's Sean.
Yeah, that's probably Sean Canoni. He's making contact with all of his flunkies. He's coordinating activities.
No, it's just amazing. I couldn't believe where's a homeless person get a cell phone? How does that happen?
Sean probably lives in a $300,000 house. Like I said, probably lives in a $500,000 house.
You could be. I'll hold on to the tickets if you like.
Oh, man, this town... Oh, Neil, you're not here to feel the pulse of the community. I feel the pulse, believe me. Every time I pop a roid, I'm saying, oh, the pulse of the community is getting back in me. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. So anyway, speaking of the homeless voice, George tells me, was it last week's story?
Somewhere about there.
Last couple of weeks, that they're now sexual predators. People are on the list of known sexual predators are being sheltered and used by the homeless voice people to go out, stand out in street corners and schmorry around.
They give them a home, they suckle them,
Right.
and they unleash them on your hood.
Right. They're being encouraged. They're being kept in the community by homeless voice. One more reason to say no. Just say to homeless voice, get away from my car, mother scratcher.
Every light.
Isn't that the thing we say? Get away from my car, mother scratcher, every time we see somebody from homeless voice. Get your ass away from my car, mother scratcher.
I got a PA system that does that.
God. Sexual predators, that's lovely. And other degenerates of various shapes and sizes. And militant. That's the thing that really gets me. They're militant. Like if you don't immediately fork over some cash, right away they start bad-mouthing you. Oh, he's driving a Corvette, that cheap prick. Yeah, okay. Blow it out your ass. Get him off the street corner. We got a whole festival of tickets for last night's game. We can tell you it's going to be a barn burner. Mets 10, Marlins 5. See, at least you won't have to worry about your blood pressure going up. There won't be any suspense. You'll know exactly what the final score is going to be. You'll even know what innings the runs are going to be scored in so you can actually pay attention to those innings. And then the rest of the time you can be like, taking a good nap, checking out the pool to see if Beaner Boy's getting laid again in his mind. So who was this lovely lady that you love? Well, see, I'm getting a little presumptuous, a little ahead of myself.
No, it was a lady, but...
I beg your pardon?
It was a lady. I don't know if I can mention her name over the air.
Oh, I don't want her name, but I mean, I'm looking for how old was she?
I can get in trouble if I say that.
Remind me never to involve him in a conversation again. 27 past 11 at 560 WQAM. Let me tell you about some great folks. Dial-A-Mattress. Man, these people, I always knew they were nice people, but they're like better than nice. We just hooked up my good close personal buddy Moses here, Holy Moses, with a bed. And these people are so great that it's unspeakable. It's beyond belief. You'll love doing business with them because they just make it so easy. No rip-offs, no games, no hassles, no big overhead that they want to rip you off to pay for because they don't have anything for it. All you got to do is pay for the merchandise. One easy call to Dial Mattress and they'll replace your worn-out, crappy, lumpy, bumpy old mattress with a great new name, brand new one at an unbeatable everyday low price. They got all the top names, only top names. They don't carry any off-brands, no mismatches, no garbage. Dial-A-Mattress has got Sealy and Serta, Simmons, Tempur-Pedic. No sales gimmicks, like I said, just the best merchandise in the history of mankind. And if you got big bucks to spend, they've got the high-end beds, too, like Sealy's Crown Jewel line and the top models from every brand, all at unbeatable prices every single day. All you do is make that one simple call, 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES, and if you call right now, you can be sleeping in real comfort as soon as tonight because they'll show up there as soon as you want. With an 2-hour window that's convenient for you. It's unheard of. Nobody else does this. You get to choose the date and time for delivery that fits your schedule, and they set up the brand new bedding and take away the crappy, moldy, nasty, smelly old bedding for absolutely nothing, for free. So do yourself a big favor. Instead of schlepping all over town to those bedding and department stores, especially in this unbelievable heat, just sit there in your cool, air-conditioned, wherever you happen to be hanging out, and make that one easy call to Dial-A-Mattress. 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES, and please tell them that old Neil told you to call, or check them out on their website at mattress.com.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Video that shows real girls flashing their goods during spring break week in Florida. But what about the hotties who spend the whole year in Florida? Now they've got their own video. It's Golden Girls Gone Wild.
Who's in it?
Why, it's all your favorite Golden Girls. Dorothy, Rose, Blanche, and the always seductive Sophia.
I shudder to think what was under that dress.
Well, you won't have to think, because Golden Girls Gone Wild is 2 full hours of these ravenous retirees showing loads of wrinkly skin.
I am the most attractive and available woman in all of Miami.
Golden Girls Gone Wild. These hotties with hot flashes are going topless every chance they get, except when their arthritis flares up.
Now, I'll never be able to open my blouse again.
It doesn't get any sexier than this, but don't take our word for it. Listen to what the Golden Girls are saying about each other.
She looks like Abe Vigoda.
It's Golden Girls Gone Wild. Watch it just one time and you'll agree.
A dark day in the history of mankind.
Golden Girls Gone Wild. Call now.
It's 11:33, 27 till noon on a tear-inducing Thursday here. Look at that phone. Screenless.
Yeah.
Schmooze fest.
Right.
Nothing. I think we've hit rock bottom, you know. I can feel the barnacles right on my ass. Look at this. Homer Simpson looks set to beat Abraham Lincoln and Martin Luther King Jr. to the title of the greatest American in a BBC online poll. Homer Simpson.
Flaming.
The ham-fisted but lovable head of the Simpson family is so far topping the list of 10 famous Americans with over 40% of the votes in the strictly unscientific BBC online poll. The poll is being carried out ahead of a live 90-minute global TV debate about America's place in a world which the BBC will screen along with 10 other national broadcasters. And here's the result so far. Homer Simpson, 40.83%. Not even close. Abraham Lincoln, 10-point-something%. Martin Luther King Jr., 10%. Thomas Jefferson, 6.5%. Mr. T, 8.38%, ahead of Thomas Jefferson. Although Tom did say he'd like to have him as a slave. Bob Dylan, 6.15%. George Washington, 5%. Franklin D. Roosevelt, 4.3%. That's the gratitude he gets for bailing those Brits' ass out in
Right.
WW2, 4.34%. They're just jealous. Ben Franklin, 4.52%, and Bill Clinton, 3.92%. Isn't that something? What a bunch of assholes you British bastards are, man. You're pathetic, you're sad, you're tragic.
But they sure talk funny.
Yeah, they're silly and they talk funny, and they eat too much spotted dick and toad in the hole. 5-6, oh look at that, now all of a sudden they're making a comeback. Now what's with these lines, you know? See, there's something, I don't know, you hear that?
That sounded funky.
That sounded real funky to me. WQAM.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
Welcome back, buddy.
Well, thank you so much. Been nice being here for a while.
Heard the funniest thing on a certain FM classic rock station. They're doing a fireworks commercial for some fireworks company. It's a guy and a girl, and the guy is a Ferrall sound-alike.
Oh, yeah?
He's already saturating into other areas.
Now, this wasn't the Paul and Young Ron show by any chance?
No.
Oh,
no,
good.
This was on the Big 106. But
Howard Sperm?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, and I heard when Pizza Loft guy was in there the other day, a friend of mine dragged me there. Come on, you can do better than that, dude. That stuff is swill, man.
Lovely. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. What are you shaking your head about?
That's the best Veal Farm sub.
Well, welcome to our crowd, man. Welcome to our crowd. They don't, like George and I have both tried to tell you, no matter what it is, no matter how good it is, they don't like it. They don't like it. Blow it out your ass, you moron. WQAM.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
little spy report. Paulie was using your lawyer's name today. He was loving it. He was screaming because it was your lawyer.
About what?
And Ferrall, gotta drop the beast, buddy.
About what? See, you can't have a conversation. I don't even know what he's talking about. I have no clue what this man is talking about. Do you?
No, I missed it.
And see, I could have had a conversation there. See, they're terrified. They're scared. They're like hit and run. Even people that pretend to be friendly, hit and run. You just don't understand the fine art or even the weak art of having a conversation. You haven't got a clue what it's all about. None. Zero. Give me the tickets, and by the way, they hate you. Not necessarily in that order. WQAM.
John Levitt hates you.
Good. Excellent. See? There you go. WQAM.
Hi again there. How you doing?
Pretty good.
I just joined you this morning, so I don't know if you already covered this.
Well, what do you mean you just joined me?
Yeah. I just got into, I'm a driver, so I'm in the vehicle right now.
All right.
So I don't know if you've seen it about President Bush. He was on the TV show last night talking about Iran.
Yeah, I mentioned that. He's rattling the spear, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So they might come up with a thing for WMD also.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been good if you would have put that on your poll yesterday, but I tried to call you, but you were, the lines were busy.
If I would have put what on the poll?
WMD, the most things that what I care about, what I'm worried about.
Okay, well, listen, have a safe voyage. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Like I said, George is starting the summer schedule at about 20.
Oh, don't do this to me.
What do you mean by that? Well, where am I going to go? I could go in there.
There you go. Answer the phone.
Yeah, I'll answer him just as much as you're answering him.
Right.
That's what I'll do. Can't believe they don't want last night's Marlins Mets tickets. And the best part of it is these are tickets they didn't want before the game. That's the best part. WQAM.
Neil,
yes,
how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Just a couple of things to run by you.
Okay.
Up in Wellington, I asked one of Sean Canatti's boys, I said to him, you do know you're making him a very rich man? And he said, yeah, I know. And we both kind of laughed, and I drove away.
Well, I don't know what's funny about that, but I guess...
I didn't think it was funny, but he agreed, And my wife listened to Ferrall yesterday for the first time.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved him, but you know what her first question was.
Is that his real voice? I got the feds looking for me.
And where's Scott the lawn boy been? Hiding out?
Evidently. Don't hear from him no more.
Ta-ta.
See ya. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Dave, Hockey Dave, don't hear from him no more. My front yard there is probably getting a little on the schmutzy side, not that I pay any attention to it. Now, they've bailed out on us. That's okay. I understand.
Not everybody.
They've got bigger fish to fry now. WQAM.
I'll call you back.
WQAM.
Yeah, I actually sent in some pictures. I was the guy who did the squirrely nail from Jonesy.info. And I'm trying to send you guys some more stuff, but I don't know if it's the right address. The contest one, that email's kind of shut down. Is there an email I can send you guys stuff
Put him on hold.
Oh, okay, hang on, and we'll give you the info. Hang on. Yeah, that guy's great. He did the swing and mow thing with the mow and the swinging nuts. We've got more good stuff from the audience. Just when we want to sell them short. See, the callers suck, and that's always been the way it works. But we've got some very creative people out there who are not necessarily callers, including this guy I noticed was not the best. But really a hidden genius. I mean, the pictures of Mo and Gildy, and the picture of me on all fours with that lampshade and taking it from the old man, from the Mowmeister. But I think the award winner is Clarence, and you know something? I think we got tomorrow's poll.
Right.
Don't you?
I see where you're going. Toronto.
Yeah, far away. No, seriously, the picture of the Beast with his hand around a naked Clarence's waist, and both of them with such a smile of satisfaction on their puss, it's just perfect. That's a beautiful thing.
I still like the thrusting Mo.
The name of that picture should be Pure Bliss. Am I right? The definition of pure bliss, if you look in the dictionary under pure bliss, that photo will pop up. Okay?
Man love.
It'll pop right up. Oh, brother, it's just, and I gotta be honest with you, Clarence looks a little on the fruity side in that picture, because they're always picking on you. Clarence looks very fruity in that picture. Huh?
Well, I don't look fruity, I just
Never
sound
really
fruity.
dawned on me before, although I have mentioned to you that I think.
Yeah.
19 till noon at 560 QAM.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Honey, Junior.
Coming soon, the next installment in Peter Jackson's epic trilogy.
Gandalf, you've come back to us. Well, I used to be called Gandalf, but all of a sudden, bada bing, I am Gandolfini.
The boss of the rings.
Gandolfini, what shall we do about the Dark Lord Sauron?
Yeah, that's my area at Third Bank. I don't know about him.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
I ain't saying nothing. We're just talking here. Wink, wink.
The Boss of the Rings, the sequel to The Good Fellowship of the Rings.
Hey, Gimli the Dwarf.
Yes, Gandolfini.
So what kind of name is Gimli anyway? I mean, is that Sicilian or what?
The Boss of the Rings. He's a wizard. at knowing what to do with stolen jewelry.
Hey, Frodo, I don't want you to take that ring to Mount Doom. You take it to Mount Kisco to a friend of ours who runs a pawn shop, okay? He'll give you top dollar.
But Gandolfini.
You want to kick my points upstairs, capiche?
The boss of the rings. He's bringing organized crime to Middle-earth.
Do you know who I am? I'm Mo Green. I made my bones when you were going out with cheerleaders.
Yeah, take that, Beaner boy. It's 11:45, 15 till noon at 560 WQAM. Well, she wasn't old enough to be a cheerleader, is that what you said? 407 votes on the poll. Which of these statements is the most ridiculous? And a man in your position. Hey, Beast, a man in your position does look. George W. Bush is a great leader. 174 said that's the most ridiculous of this list of 7 magnificent choices. George is a great fill-in for Neil. 74 of you say that's ridiculous. Pieces coming in the Middle East, 58. Mo Howard David does a great show, 45. The Marlins will win 91 games, 28. Ferrall's got a pleasant voice, 16. And Clarence, our program director, will get laid this year. Only 12 of us said that. So I think there may be high hopes for Clarence there. You think?
We can only hope.
I doubt it. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon Wireless line. Final reminder, look for that big impressive QAM van and the lovely shiny Miguel, noon till 1 day. At Palmetto Kawasaki at 6400 West 20th Avenue, Hialeah. Stop by to win free tickets to tonight's Marlins-Mets game, courtesy of the Real Yellow Pages from Bell South. Boy, I bet you there'd be a line for that. Remember yesterday?
Yeah, I got a line.
Yeah, in fact, we used to work for a guy who had a lot of lines. In fact, I'm sure we probably still do. WQAM.
Hey, Neil, I haven't
sir.
heard you talk about the Hulk at all. Are you excited about it? What's the story?
The what?
The Hulk.
The
Big movie
Hulk?
coming out.
Why would I be excited about that?
Excited.
I already saw it, pirate copy.
What do you think?
Never in the history of movie making has a movie been so bad. I was not prepared for how bad that was.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, let me ask you, though, assuming that nobody here had seen it, why would I want to see that?
I don't know. I guess
don't either.
It's a big movie coming out.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, I'll keep my
summer.
appeal for it. Okay, it's a big summer movie. See, these people don't understand me at all. I don't eat at McDonald's. I don't eat at Burger King. I'm not interested in standing online at Disney World. I'm not one of those go along with the crowd kind of people. I was not at the, Norma Kent, that silly queen, calls me yesterday, not only trying to get me to do that bobblehead stupid thing, then he says, oh, rumors are, I'm hearing you're going to be at that Ferrall's Marlin game tonight. Of course, Norma was there because he goes all the time and gets free tickets and has no life. And I said, do you think that there's really any chance? I said, if you paid me by the pitch, I wouldn't go.
What about by the catch?
No. Depends on who's catching. No, I would not go. I would not attend. I would not participate. Oh, but it's a big summer movie out now. You got to see it. The Hulk. In addition to which, you tell me that it really absolutely blew.
Hard.
It blew absolutely hard.
It sucked and blew.
It sucked and blew so hard that you almost got sucked into the screen.
It sucked.
You almost went through the goddamn movie screen. And there were people screaming from the other side trying to get back out. That's how hard it sucked, sir. WQAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to continue with the contest after number 3 is over, the Lifestyles contest? Is that something you're going to continue doing?
We have one more in July. That's for right now. That's it.
Oh, okay. Also,
which works out good because then after that, starting in August, we get our best of the CDs and the keychains.
Great, perfect. I don't quite understand some of the voting here, but I guess everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Well, hey, listen. See, if I make too many comments, it's not a good thing because then it sounds like I'm trying to push people in one direction or the other. I just can't afford to do that because it's a contest.
I guess like Rich and Cheryl's pretty hot. I guess Rich and Cheryl need more friends with computers who can vote or something.
I think you're starting to get warm now. I think you've got your thumb on it.
Thanks, Neil. Good job.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I can't say anything. I certainly have my opinions. And I certainly have off the air maybe expressed one or two, but on the air I just dasn't say nothing. Frank and Liz are in first place and 708. Nothing wrong with them except for a very, very high total there. So,
whatever.
708. Brian and Natasha, not a damn thing wrong with them. They're in second place, 316. And then we get to Holly and Darren, 208. Mike and Kristen, 207. And then we move on to that big smile, Mary and Shane. She's got they got 204. She's got 204. Ian and Jen, 184. Greg and Stephanie, 147. Danny and Michelle, this is the one that it puzzles me, 142. I can't say anything. I thought they would do a little better, but I can't say anything. Captain Singh and his wife, nice, wonderful folks. We love Captain Singh tremendously, 109.
He'd do better if he'd let his hair down.
If he let his hair down a little bit. Kind of like Mo. He needs to. Vicky and Mick. I said that yesterday, okay? It was funny yesterday. It's not.
It's still funny.
It's not still funny now.
Yeah,
He's tragic. He's pathetic. He's so awful. Vicky and Mick, 96. Yeah, I wasn't going to say this on the air, but when Mandich was in here, it was on Monday, I guess. No, seriously, because we had the ball game. It was on Tuesday. And I hadn't seen him in a couple of months, and of course we get along just great. We have high mutual respect, the Mad Dog and yours truly. And worked together for, about 100 years now? IOD, right. And here all over the place. I love the Mad Dog. So we're talking about various things, and he's thanking me for the new schedule, 2 to 4. He loves it, and thanking me for, giving him the good advice, less work and more pay, and yada, yada, yada. And so the conversation eventually evolved to Mo. And I said the same thing to him that I guess it was fresh in my mind because I just said it to you on the air about there's a part of Mo that you see it very infrequently, unfortunately. And there's that little humorous, that twinkle in the eye, that little sense of humor that you really want to like.
Right.
And Mad Dog looked at me like, he didn't say it, but the message from his eyes was, well, I haven't found it yet.
Yeah. I think I know where it is and why we never see it.
No!
Rectum.
Oh.
No.
It's in the bag?
No, it's on top of his head.
Oh, come on.
He keeps it covered up.
I'm serious. I'm not saying that gratuitously. I mean, it's far too late to be saying that. I don't think Mo and I are going to be that tight.
It's time to get it on.
Well, they already are on that website. I mean, we're getting it on heavy duty, and I'll give him a high marks for energy. He just keeps swinging that thing, man, oh man. He's like the Energizer Bunny.
Staying power.
Dan and Sherry have 47 votes. Rich and Cheryl have 38. She's got an enormous pair. And Jody and Kevin, 24 in last place, and they must feel very bad, but I'll say it again. I'm sure it's the photo, that sepia, it kind of seeping.
Yeah.
It's kind of seeping.
Negative weirdness.
Yeah, it's just not a good camera. 24 votes because the audience. 2,430 votes. Now, what did we wind up on the last contest? 2,900?
29 something and change. 2,953.
Yeah, today's Thursday. Now, we started out, I think, with about 1,400 or 13 something the first day.
Right.
So it's increasing gradually, but keep in mind people can only vote.
Yeah, finish it. Come on.
Rarely. Well, no, the point I'm trying to make is that no matter how many hits we get on the website, and lately it's been phenomenal, there are only a limited number of people who can vote. It's that AOL crap again.
People can only vote at a certain rate.
I don't want it. Why are you doing this to me? What have I done? Why do you do this? It's a contest. You can't do that. But then again, what do you know?
Right.
Not much. Clarence says, by the way, he wants to thank me for the tremendous publicity, and hopefully there'll be a line of beautiful babes hanging outside the door as soon as he gets done with work this afternoon.
Some of those girls from the Marlins last night.
Yeah. Were they that desperate? Some of the skanky ones with the banana on their ass that Ferrall was talking about this morning, with the bruises on their head and on their body parts?
Yeah, them.
They might do clearance like in the dark. Come on. 56705. Oh, the Moosey man is resigning. Did you see that?
No.
And you want to know why he's resigning? See, the controversy over Charlie Moose, who you remember, I'm sure, very, very well.
Of course.
Was the fact that he had all kinds of offers for movie deals and book deals, and his employer said, no, we don't think so. You can't be a consultant on a movie about the sniper case. A county employee may not profit on the side from his official duties. And so he's basically saying, okay, well, how about not on the side? How about if I leave here and then I'll go out? I mean, he's not really saying that, but we know exactly what that's going to be. He's going to write a book. Write a book about those lunatics, those scumbags, and the bad news is those two bastards are still alive. That's the bad news. See, that's America for. If we had real justice, those two already be pushing up daisies. They'd be taking a long dirt nap,
right.
That pair of scumbags. But not in America, man. We got to drag that thing out. And they'll probably get off, with like a slap on the wrist, as opposed to those guys in Tulia, Texas, who were the one guy. How old's that one guy? Like 68 or what is he? An old guy.
Right. Ancient
guy, and he cooled his heels in there for 4 or 5 years before they finally let his ass out. Sad. That's the American effing way, man. That's justice. WQAM.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. Neal, you hear about that rioting in Benton Harbor?
Yeah.
The natives are getting restless. What are we going to do with them?
Well, what do you mean, what are we going to do with them?
Well, know, it's a
Were you there? You know what it reminds me of? It's like Arthur McDuffie all over again. That's what it sounds like to me. Guy was on a motorcycle, got chased, and wound up getting killed. Sounds a lot like Arthur McDuffie in Tampa to me.
There you go. And there's also been some ripple effects, and they say in Burlington, Vermont. I didn't think there were Schwarzes in Vermont. Only Ben and Jerry's.
1 and 2. 1 or 2. Click. Well, and you notice how he said it real fast at the end before he put the phone back down? That always impresses me. Only Ben and Jerry's. Very good. Very effective, sir. There are only 2 Schwarzes in Burlington. Well, they're not there right now, as a matter of fact. They're both on the way down to get you now. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Speak with you. I don't want you using any bad information. The technical term...
What do you mean you don't want me using any bad information? What does that mean?
The technical term for a sepia, it's not a sepia. That caller thought he knew so much. It's a duotone.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Well, what do you mean that caller? We had like 6,000 people all said sepia.
No, it's not. It's a duotone. 2 colors. Anyway.
Well, what if it was like black and blue?
Duotone.
And so any 2 colors.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Sepia and...
Well, we sure don't want to be given no bad information.
Sepia and
Do you have any idea do you remember when they were doing that on the NFL?
Yes, I did. It was terrible. It didn't work.
Oh, okay.
A couple months ago. Months ago, you had a caller around the time that the space shuttle crashed. He really bothered me. He mentioned some Baba Booey goof on Dan Rather. Well, I know who this guy is. Steve Rubin. Stop calling Neil and, start paying people on the job. If you hear this, I know you're a chronic. If it gets...
Okay. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. What are you looking at your watch?
Huh? Oh, I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what, 2 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, you thought I waited too long? Was that the thing?
No.
No, I think I timed it out okay. And if not, that's okay too. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Don't forget, Miguel is out there giving away Marlin tickets. Any takers out there?
No.
I think it would be great if we had some good sports who would take these tickets from last night's game. They could keep them as a souvenir. They might be worth something someday.
We're the real
Now, the
Marlin
only
fans.
thing is you will have to drive down here to get them. And then you'll have to service clearance before you get the tickets.
And Carlos. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
This is Mark Morgan. It's the 12 to 1 hour on QAM.
Got an inside Wall Street tip. And now she's gonna pay for it. Brother says she lied. She'll soon be indicted, facing lots of time. And we're so excited to see her taken out and cut.
Absolutely.
20 years won't be enough. Dress her up in stripes, send her to Sing Sing, put her in for life. That would be a good thing. They'll get you for insider trading.
Absolutely.
And they'll send you away, oh Martha. Well, we're laughing so hard that we're shaking. What's your stock worth today, oh Martha?
You asshole.
You had everything, but you spoiled it. Yeah, they'll send you away, oh Martha. You'll be sharing the stainless steel toilet.
Trouble 1 at 560 WQM. It's kind of a shame that Muff had to take a reduction in pay so that Clarence could be making 6 figures and still can't get laid. Not that we begrudge Clarence anything. He's a good guy. But don't you think that's unfortunate? That would be like them coming in and saying, hey, George, we like you. You've been here a long time now. You're doing a fine job. You don't cause too many problems anymore. But we're cutting your pay in half because Beaner Boy's got to get paid.
Well, it kind of worked out that way anyway. Since he's not getting paid, I have to subsidize him.
Oh, okay. So in other words, it was like a behind-the-ass deal.
Right.
We're schmoozing and losing, man. Mostly losing here these 2 days, today and tomorrow. That's the way I wanted it. I thought it was going to be just... And it has. It has lived up to every expectation I had. It's been exactly what I thought. 5, 6, 7... Right. You can smell it.
I could feel it.
Yeah. Which of these statements is the most ridiculous is our question on NeilRogers.com. Today we're getting a spectacular response on the poll. 469. George W. Bush is a great leader. 200 people say that's ridiculous. George is a great fill-in for Neil. 83 people see that's even more ridiculous. Peace is coming in the Middle East, although we didn't say piece of what? Maybe piece of halava?
Piece of pie. I didn't say what kind of pie.
No. Maybe, no.
Pecan.
Definitely not pecan pie. Jews don't eat pecan pie.
Well, they oughter.
That's a southern U.S. thing.
It's good, if done right.
It's very rich.
Oh, yeah.
It's fat rich. Peace is coming in the Middle East. 68 said that's ridiculous, and of course they're right. A lot of you are right. Mo Howard David does a great show. 56 said that's ridiculous. The most. The Marlins will win 91 games. 30 people said that's ridiculous. A lot more would have said that, except most people don't care, which we found out yesterday. Ferrall's got a pleasant voice. 18 said that's ridiculous. And Clarence, our program director, will get laid this year. 14, including, generally the vote I cast is usually the number one choice. Because I guess because I'm the one that designs the poll. You know, if you're gonna design a quiz like for school, you should know what the right answers are.
Right.
It's usually a pretty good idea. Only 14 said Clarence will get laid this year is a ridiculous concept, which obviously means they have never met him. 5670560 and heard his tales of woe. Pound 560 on the his tales of woe. He doesn't say it the same way that Eric does. Nobody can say it quite like him. Eric, by the way, has a lovely wife. Although that doesn't necessarily prove, well, WQAM, and he is, well, I'm talking about now, currently. WQAM.
Hey, Neil, I wanted to know when does Scott Ferrall's numbers come out for the first time?
Well, the first trend will not be until July, because coming out at the end of June, that'll be a May number, and he wasn't on the air in May, so we're always a month behind. So at the end of July, about the 27th or 8th of July, you'll have the June numbers, which will be a full month of Ferrall.
So July, okay. And also, at what age can a young person become a radio show host?
At what age?
About 30, man.
See ya. He got what he wanted. What is that? July what?
24th.
July 24th. Mark it down on your calendar. That'll be the first time we get those Ferrall numbers. And, of course, by then he may have moved in on Mo's territory.
I'm going to kick his ass, and then I'll steal his toupee.
And that's a book. So we'll get to break it down.
Yeah. We're going to have a breakdown?
I'm working on mine.
Okay, I'm having one here. No, I'm not. It's okay. It's just fine. This is just, like I said, exactly what I anticipated. But I like it, because, I mean, I don't know. I just feel that these people should do a little more of their part, which they don't do. There are too many takers in this town. That's one of the reasons it's so unacceptable. Too many takers. You don't want to give anything.
Wow, and you're gay.
I'm not talking about... See, everything always comes back to sex. Is that all you know about is sex? I mean, that's all I think about, but all you damn straight people. I'll tell you somebody in this building who I'm really not amazed because I've seen it since we've been here. Poor Adam in sales. Now, Adam is, you think he might get laid once in a while.
He does.
Yeah.
He gives you the impression he doesn't?
No, but he just gives me the impression that he is so absolutely desperate. Oh my God, she had the most unbelievable hooters. He just stands in there in the morning and maybe he's just sucking up to you. Maybe he's doing it for that reason.
Maybe. He does fine.
Or maybe he's trying to, in a very sly way, because he's a low-key kind of a guy, maybe he's trying to give you, a little zest.
Oh, that could be that, too.
That could be it, too, because he knows you're not getting any.
Right. He does fine.
Adam?
Yeah.
Because he certainly gives the impression. So maybe, assuming the same logic, that maybe Clarence does fine, too. Although, quite honestly, I've never heard Clarence going on and on about some hot young babe with beautiful melons and with, all that other stuff. In fact, Ferrall was telling yesterday that I had the most beautiful vagina that he's ever seen in his life. You hear that?
Right. And he's seen a few.
Right. He's been around a couple. Clarence, on the other hand.
It's a little red, though.
Caboose? WQAM.
Neil, how you doing?
He's talking about that funky meat at the Caboose again. Yes, sir.
I got two things I want to tell you. One, I think you should put the Geldy and Mo picture on the Hot Couples contest. that might win. And also, do you see more U.S. troops got shot in Iraq by the ambush? So,
yes, I did see that.
W needs to pull them out. And a shameless request, Steve Phillips got fired. Can you play the Steve Phillips bit?
Steve Phillips?
Yes, for the Mets with...
Spousal arousal?
Yes.
No, not spousal arousal. Oh, the Mickey Mouse thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Spousal arousal.
Well, there's somebody getting fired in there, too.
Oh, God. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. Got these tickets for last night's Mets game. Let's see, we did the Moosey Man, talked about the fridge, dumb as a box of rocks. That was a great line, Mad Dog. Robert Shear, I got a great column here. It's on our website, though. What did he know? When did he know it? See, I don't want to read these. Kerry leads Dean in poll in New Hampshire. John Kerry. It's kind of scary, but I think John Kerry, which he was the original one I like. Poor Bob Graham, man. That just makes me sad. The latest poll in New Hampshire. Kerry's got 28%. Howard Dean's got 18%. Where's the rest? 23% undecided. Drew Lieberman was at 11%, and Dick Gebhardt of Missouri was 10%. Of course, keep in mind that's in New England, which Kerry and Dean and Lieberman all are from New England. Dick Gebhardt, 10%. John Edwards of North Carolina, who's just as terminal as they come, 4%. And Bobby Graham's got only 2%. Carol Mosley Brown, Representative Dennis Kucinich with that bad hairpiece but a good mouth, and Al Sharpton each had 1%, as was retired Army General Wesley Clark, who was not announced yet, but everybody's waiting. They're on the edge of their seat. So that's the latest from New Hampshire, as the Democrats continue trying to find somebody who can run and not beat themselves, because I have a feeling that anybody, just about anybody, is going to win in 2004, and it won't be W. I really believe that now.
Even Joe?
Like I said.
Oi!
No. Look at that, the Dow. What's happening there? We are on that big run. The Dow's down 110 point. NASDAQ's down about 18.5. We're just taking a little pause now, okay? Maybe the market's a little bit overbought. You know that expression? A little bit overbought. And maybe the short sellers are sticking it up their butt, and maybe the long sellers are sideways and busted and, huh?
And the bears are fighting with the bulls.
The bears are fighting with a bullschmidt and all the other bull crap, okay? And maybe, just maybe, they're looking for a, what do they call it? A rush to flight to safety.
Oh, hey.
That's it. That's another one of those stupid cliches. Flight to safety. In other words, all these equities you're buying is crap. It's speculative. It's like gambling without the fun. A flight to safety. Well, I'll tell you, what a scam. I wish I never would have heard that word, stock market, them words. I wish I never would have heard of it.
That damn Rick Riley. See what he did to you?
Yeah, he did it. He's the one that planted the seed. He planted the bad seed. If it wouldn't have been for him and certain other people, I wouldn't be here right now. It would be your show. You and Beaner Boy would be doing the show. What are you looking at me like that? You'd be doing the show.
Yeah.
Permanent.
Sorry.
I'm not.
Oh, sorry, you lost all that money.
I'm not.
It's criminal.
You believe me?
Yeah.
Am I a good liar?
No.
I would have to be here sitting begging, pleading for somebody to speak to who actually had something to say, something on their mind, something friendly, something intelligent, something worthwhile, something useful, something exciting, something meaningful besides, oh, did you see she had a big pair of hooters? Adam, you're a good guy, okay, but I'm going to file a sex discrimination suit because I happen to be one old fag who's getting really sick and tired of all you heterosexuals flaunting your sexuality in front of us, okay? We're sick and tired, all you straight guys in here holding hands.
Kissing in public.
Kissing and doing these things, that's right.
Spooning.
Spooning, and of course with each other. That's the thing that I find disgusting, beast. Well, isn't that like redundant? Disgusting
Did you get that
beast?
movie yet?
Disgusting Beast? What movie?
Sexy Beast.
That's in Toronto. I can't see it here. I mean, you think I'm buying another copy of that? You got to be crazy.
I'm waiting for my report.
I will say this. I don't know. I don't want to but Best Buy, which I used to love them, and then of course it got to the point where you couldn't get service in there. It's basically when you're buying a computer, anything that's on a top shelf.
Right. Good luck to you.
Forget about it. You'll never live long enough to get it. But if you're buying like DVDs, they got a pretty good selection, and they got good deals.
CDs,
they
pretty
got
much everything. They got very good deals.
And that you can take right to the counter, and unless you get one certain cashier, which he's got an IQ in mind. Oh, I mean, she is. I don't want to tell you. In fact, one of my listeners was there in that line in front of me last night, so I hope he's listening right now. A very nice gentleman and his son. Hope he's listening right now because he knows exactly what I'm talking about. She was dumber than sawdust.
I'll bet the Best Buys in other towns don't have the kinds of problems we do.
What do you mean by that?
Because, everything here, the service here.
Sucks. 11 past noon at 560 WQAM. How low can those interest rates go? That's a question so many people might be pondering right now, while the financial group right at the moment is doing the limbo under the lowest refinance rate you've ever heard of, 1.95%. That's true. Now you can refinance your home or buy you a new home and get a super low, unmatchable 1.95% financing with the financial group. Hail yes. Call 1-800-940-LEND. That's 1-800-940-LEND. If you're even thinking about refinancing or buying real estate, call our good paisans at Financial Group. 1-800-940-LEND. If you have a $100,000 loan, your payments are only $368 a month. If you have a $200,000 loan, you pay only $736 a month. Call the Financial Group toll free, 1-800-940-LEND to get the low rate you've been looking for, 1.95%. Interest rates, as I speak, are at all-time lows, so don't wait. Call and get that amazing rate of 1.95% right now from Financial Group. Here's that number one more time for the West Coast, 1-800-940-LEND. They're an equal housing lender. Credit restrictions apply and rates are subject to change monthly, 5.19 APR.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Soon to a voting booth near you. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the candidator.
Yeah, now I really am the running man. Ha ha.
He's a deadly political machine sent from the future to terminate the governor of present-day California.
Hasta la vista, Gray Davis.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the candidator.
I think that all of the state officials should be totally recalled.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has what it takes to succeed in politics.
If you're going to tell lies, make sure that they're true lies.
He's the last political action hero. He is Arnold Schwarzenegger, the candidator.
Vote for me if you want to live.
Paid for by a string of cliched action films and a little bit of Kennedy money.
Oh, look at this. Here's the big news. Martha Stewart's trial set for January 12th. I say fry the bitch. I'm so sick and tired of all these people. Oh, she's being made an example of, and it's because she's a woman and because she's famous. Okay, fine. Now fry her.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you. Let's just fry her ass. Just to make an example out of her, like I said. 5670560 pound. It's like Winona Ryder. Same thing.
Right.
20 years. No questions asked. Yeah, but she forgot. Yeah, she forgot.
Yeah, sure she did.
All the schleppers out there, all the poor people, the underlings, the $100 friends of Joe Rose, all those poor bastards work their asses off for $2-3 an hour.
Right.
Tried for years to save a few bucks, and then Bush came along, and all their money went up like in flames. And those bastards have to sit back and watch as people like Winona Ryder are out there shoplifting. All these other great Martha Stewart ripping off the public. It's tragic. It's enough to make you want to be like dishonest. And maybe even work at this station. 5670560, pound 560. If you think dishonesty... Oh, you know what I heard about Geldy with that $10... did you hear that story? Did you hear it, Beaner Boy?
$10 what?
He was at the mobile station, I'm assuming, I'm not for sure, but the one up on County Line and 441. And he got gas or whatever he bought, and he gave the guy a $20 bill. And he spent like $17 or something.
Right.
And the guy gave him a $2.68 and a 10. He gave him, in other words, $10 too much change. And Geldy, being the prick that he is, walks away with the extra money. Now he's debating on the air with Mo this morning and the callers, should he go back there and give him the $10 back? Now here's a guy with a squeaky voice, this little punk Geldy, who I don't know what he's making, but it's 6 figures for sure, okay?
Yeah.
And believe me, a lot more than that voice ever in the history of mankind should make in this business anyway. And he's screwing some guy, and they finally, the callers embarrassed him, he's gonna go back. I'd be humiliated and embarrassed to go back. Now, many years ago, I was at a gas station. I was working, I had no money. Basically, I was a schlepper, like you.
Right.
Like, I'm not talking to you, I mean Beaner.
Oh.
I had nothing. And I'm at a gas station. It was one of those trips, I'm driving up north or whatever, and through the Carolinas or Virginia somewhere. I'm at a gas station. And I gave the guy, 20 for like $15 worth of gas or $10, whatever, and he gave me back the right change plus a 20.
Yeah.
I kept the 20.
Yeah.
It was dishonest. I've talked about it since then. It was dishonest, and I needed the money.
And it's still eating you up inside.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. If he was dumb enough that he couldn't make change, if I give him a 20, he gives me 20 plus more back. How stupid he got to be than that? But in recent years, I've had that happen, and because now I would be, forget about the money I'm making, because I make a lot more money than Geldy, thank God. But if I was making the money he's making, and then he went on about, well, the guy's some Hispanic guy, barely speaks English, and he obviously is working for a couple of bucks an hour.
Oh, well, in that case.
No, but seriously. I would be so humiliated and embarrassed because he obviously was well aware that the guy gave him too much change.
He might get fired because his drawer
I've
was
had
short.
tellers at the track give me too much and say, oh, wait a minute, you gave me too much. I've had that happen
to me
many times.
Even when I was a schlubber.
And I do know that it comes out of their pocket at the end of the night
Right.
that they have to, like, do all the accounting
out of their pocket
thing.
or out of their ass.
Out of their ass.
They take it out of there.
They take it right out of their ass. So, Geldy, I'm going to tell you something, man. Up until today, I thought that maybe there was something redeeming in your little slimy body, but I just can't believe that. Like I said, I admit, a long time ago, I was a young punk, didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. And a kid, it was a kid. It looked pretty good, too, by the way. Now, that's many years ago, and I still remember. Does that tell you?
A lot.
I bet you even our friend Adam would have thought he was pretty. Well, no, maybe not. No, seriously, you're Adam, you're a little overboard. Save it till next week when I'm gone, okay? I can't handle it. Oh, man, when somebody carries on like that, it just leaves you with the impression that they're so goddamn desperate, okay? And I know you're saying he's not, and I believe you that. He's fine, more power to him, he's a good guy.
I got no reason to lie, he does nothing for me.
But it's just, I don't know, so over the top. Maybe he's trying to, since Ferrall got here, maybe he's just like taking it up a couple of notches.
I think everybody is.
Yeah.
Because he's just a little over the top, you know what I'm talking about, with all that bean stuff. He's been eating the bean for hours.
And actually, he was talking about Beaner Boy. That's his nickname. 567. That's what he calls him. He calls him the Bean. You got Boner Boy. That's what Mo calls him, and Ferrall calls him the Bean. Beaner Boy.
The Bean.
He was eating the bean,
boning the bean
for hours.
And he wasn't saying bone in the bean. Now, there you go again, taking the absolute truth that I'm giving to the audience, and now you're stretching it. You're really pushing it. God. This place is becoming so vulgar and dirty since Ferrall got here, and all we have to say about that is...
All right.
Yeah, we like that. We like filthy and dirty. What the hell's wrong with that? Takes the heat off of us.
Thanks a lot, Scott.
No, seriously, he takes the heat off of us.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Nobody's going to be complaining about this show anymore. This is like a Grandma Moses.
Especially after last night.
Like Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, especially after that orgy they had at the ballpark last night, after a little bean got laid there last night.
It's a good thing nobody was there to see it.
Or at least he thought it got laid. WQAM.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I have to thank you for turning me on to fish food. I just tried it the other day.
Yeah.
And
Well, you're sure a slow starter. I haven't talked about that in a coon's age.
I know. It's funny. I was working in a house, and I had to clear out. The people moved, and they left a brand new tin, a brand new carton of it in the freezer. So
What kind of assholes could those people have been? You leave a nice new Ben & Jerry's virgin fish food in the freezer? You got to be an idiot.
Well, no, I think they left it for me.
Oh, okay. Well, that was nice.
Anyway, Geldy sounds like a 4-foot-nothing punk trying to sound like a tough guy.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm done.
Thanks. Yeah, what do you people think about that? I mean, I know they discussed it. I don't know. Of course, we've talked about that before. It's an old, in fact, that's what was going through my mind as I was driving in. Gee, that topic is older than Methuselah. Oh, and speaking of little-known facts, you know that when Muff went for all of those tests and for that colonoscopy, and they took those inner pictures of his rectum, they found, that's why he had to go back the second time. They found some unusual things in there. There were
Lewis and Clark?
Moose tracks. Speaking of the Moosey Man, moose tracks. 567-0560.
Train tracks.
Pound 560. I've been working on the railroad. Pound 560 on the 18th. Oh, what a beautiful day. It really is. Oh, and I haven't played that Mickey Mouse thing yet. I will.
No.
I'll get around to it. I'm just so euphoric because it's like the latter end of the week and I know I'm getting the hell out of here. Oh. I don't want to overdo it because I know that some people in the audience think that I overdo that and that if I don't like it here, why the hell don't I get out? And I will. Oh, I will very soon. But it's just so... I mean, please point out to me the nice things, you know? Right now. I'm talking about
now?
At this time of the year. What's the nice stuff? What's the good part?
Fast pizza delivery.
Yeah. Speaking of pizza delivery, you know, I don't want to say that Americans are fat, or like all over the world, now people are getting fatter and fatter to make people money. But is it Domino's or is it, no, it's Pizza Hut. Well, correct me whichever one it is. Where they do delivery and then they give you the cinnamon rolls?
They both do that to an extent.
But stop and think about that. That's like saying, would you like a few potatoes with your pasta?
Right.
Cinnamon rolls with pizza?
Both of them have cheese sticks and Cinnasticks of some variation or another.
Oh, my God. Talk about a carbohydrated shock.
It's just pizza dough.
Talk about a blood sugar spastic attack. My God. How'd you like some dough with your dough?
If your cheese-covered bread wasn't good enough, how about some sugar-covered bread?
How'd you like to have some Cherry Garcia with your fish food? Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
We got some Cherry Garcia the other day, and then mixed it with like what's that other Ben & Jerry's wannabe? It's an Edie's Dream. Dream something.
Kind of swear of
ice cream.
Like you, yeah.
Dream something. But anyway, they got like a real super chocolatey. It's got like chocolate chunks and all kinds of different kinds of chocolate in it. And you mix that together. You mush them up in the microwave, soften them up, and you mix together the Cherry Garcia and that stuff. And wow, no, seriously, that's why I wish I had Ferrall's metabolism, man. I could just shovel down all the stuff that I love, and I'd be skinny as a rail like he is. I wouldn't be having no diabetes.
He didn't finish his food, though.
Oh, damn it. See what you've done, Clarence, to our good friend Ferrall? You're going to kill that man, forcing him to eat in here, in Neil's diner and drugs. That's bad. I feel bad for him because, the audience doesn't see this, and they probably think I'm exaggerating, but it's the truth. The guy comes in here in the morning on every one of his commercial breaks, and he's got the stuff from Howie's here, and of course he does get a lot of food. He gets a bagel with cream cheese and lox or whatever else on it, and then he gets like a whole order of French toast.
Egg, bacon, and cheese bagel.
Yeah. And a huge order of French toast, and then a bunch of bacon.
And he drinks the syrup right out of the little
He sucks the syrup right out of those little packets. He's sucking it right out of the packet. And he's bouncing off the wall, and so it's a funny act to watch, but I feel bad for him because he's being forced to do it's not good for you. When you eat when you're under stress and eat in a big hurry like that.
Like a snake to binge like that.
Right. So, Clarence, now that you're back, I think it's time you butched up a little bit, sweetheart. In fact, it seems to me that there's the guy, if he played his cards right, that could get his ass straightened out, so to speak. There's the guy Clarence Lade is Ferrall. But he's certainly not going to do it if you're like playing fast and loose with all these crazy-ass rules and all these prohibitions and you can't do this and you can't, So maybe Clarence will take that little plunger in that ant repellent.
Bear in mind that it might not have come from him.
Well, that's right. He's a straw boss anyway, which we have so many. It probably came from Greg. Yeah, it probably came from Greg because Clarence don't control the purse strings anyway.
As punishment for the other people bitching about the ants, or whoever did bitch about the ants besides Hank.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys wouldn't eat in there, we wouldn't have ants in there.
So therefore, bitched about bugs, and not just ants, but flying stuff. There's all kinds of bugs in there because they don't have an exterminator. It's the only place I've ever worked of any kind in my life where they're too cheap to like once a month, even more once every 3 months, have a freaking exterminator. And if any place needs an exterminator, this is the place. Believe me. We have lots of things in this place that ought to be exterminated immediately. Some of them a little older than others. 27 past noon at 560 WQM. We got the Mad Dog coming up at 2. The Mad Dog who's still searching for that fine part of Mo that we really all love and would like to fondle and covet. Mad Dog still hasn't found it yet. I'll tell you, we all have found at Brandy's what to love and covet, and that is the great service, the great selection, the phenomenal prices. Over 25 years now. This is their 25th anniversary in business this year at Brandy's. And when you go in their shop, if you've never been there before, you'll understand why. Because it's a stupendous store for your feet. They got all the top men's and women's famous shoe brands, Rockports, Echoes, Mephisto, Timberland, Clark's, SAS, Florsheim, a lot more too. And no matter how big or tiny your feet may be, they got them all for you. Men's 6 to 15, women's sizes 5 to 12, then widths from the very, very narrow to the very big, fat, and wide. And don't forget their professional sales staff. They'll hook you up because they really take care of you with a personal fit every time to make sure you get a perfect fit. And with over 40,000 pair in their 8,000 square foot mega store, you can be damn sure, you can bet Greg Reed's life on it, that exactly what you're looking for is in stock right now to stuff on your feet. Brandy Shoes, you'll find them at 1290 North Federal Highway in Pompano Beach. They're open daily 9 to 9, Sundays 10 to 5, and right now is an extra great time to buy New Balance, because at Brandy Shoes all this week, take 20% off on all great men's and women's New Balance styles. Stop by or visit them at their website, brandysshoes.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Criminalized pot in Florida.
Yes! Yes!
Okay, 12:32 at 5. Well, I don't have a bit to play because I already just played that one. What?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here daydreaming. Don't you understand? I'm daydreaming.
Do it all the time.
Paying too much attention to this crap. I mean, here's an excellent thing from Robert in Plantation, a great fax. It says, on my way to work the other day, some guy was passing these out. Thought it might be of interest to you. Thank you, Robert, and it is good. Have you seen these? The Declaration, yada, yada, yada?
No, I've not.
Well, you'll like it. It's long, but I'll read it anyway.
Please.
It'll kill some good time. Won't be as good as these call.
What is?
A Declaration for the Future of America, a challenge for George W. Bush. When in the course of a national crisis it becomes necessary for people to confront a long train of abuses and usurpations by a president defeated by popular vote in the 2000 election, now decimating American progress, his damage to liberties and rights must be announced. The principles that should direct America's future in order to advance the safety and happiness of our citizens must be defined for the electorate in 2004. George W. Bush has widened the gap in income and savings between the rich and the poor, rewarded his financial supporters with government contracts, barely combated the decline in U.S. jobs, and consistently favored the rich in tax policies. He has embarked on destroying civil liberties guaranteed under the First Amendment, among them the right of privacy and the Roe v. Wade decision on which the privacy of women demands. He has repeatedly nominated ultra-conservative federal judges. He has launched a preemptive war against Iraq, damaged the United Nations in the process, made enemies of France, Germany, and other former allies, particularly Arab nations. He's brought about deaths of more than 100 U.S. troops and uncounted Iraqi civilians for the ostensible reason of finding instruments of mass destruction still unproved. In reality, he aims to control Iraq's oil and to stamp U.S. hegemony everywhere, concentrating now on Syria and Iran. He has saddled the U.S. with the huge cost of policing Iraq at the same time he whittles away at such basic domestic needs as Social Security and Medicare. Holding these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal and endowed with the inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, we therefore declare these principles to be the basis of America's future. We want our country to be based once again on the objectives of the Founding Fathers, the America of Jefferson, Lincoln, and Franklin D. Roosevelt. And Homer Simpson, too, I guess. We want a country where separation of church and state is absolute, where no religion or group can impose its opinions on all others, where school boards and public institutions are free from control by few, where religions receive no government money to advance their positions. We want an America dedicated to shrinking the gap between rich and poor and to guaranteeing that a worker gets a fair return for his labor, a country where unions are given essential protections. We want an America where the right to education, quality housing, and health care are established principles, where all people have equal opportunity and financial means to achieve their potential from lower grades to graduate schools. We want an America where low drug costs and medical treatment through the senior years are available to all. We want an America where gender equality is guaranteed, where sexual affiliation, conduct, and marital status are a matter of personal privilege, where the home is inviolable from illegal trespass. We want an America where taxes are applied fairly to corporations as well as individuals, where tax loopholes are eliminated, where government contracts are awarded according to high ethical standards, and business, banking, and other institutions are regulated to ensure the public's protection. We want an America where the environment is secured for future generations and the nation is safeguarded from pollution, where national parks are enlarged and treasured. We want an America where libraries are well funded and reading materials cannot be censored, where literacy is guaranteed and computer literacy must be available to all. We want an America where the civil liberties of every individual are guaranteed by law, where the electoral process ensures the vote of every citizen, where the government should work within the framework of the UN, and where the government's intrusion into the affairs of other nations shall be prohibited without due congressional debate and approval. We therefore are committed to the principle that governments derive their powers, their just powers, from the consent of the governed, pledged to make this declaration for the future of America a reality. Sponsored by ARM New York. Like it?
I have it here.
I'll save that. Maybe Boner will put it on our website. It's not a very good copy. It doesn't have a... We'll find it somewhere. Got it? Thanks, Robert and Plantation. Pretty good. Pretty good. 567. We got a lot of open lines there, like almost all of them on a Screenless Thursday. Squeezing, pleading, begging, cajoling. Can't be bothered. Have we had one woman today?
No.
On a Screenless Schmoozing Thursday? No women want to schmooze.
Even with free tickets?
Even with free tickets for last night's Mets-Marlin game. I can't believe it. I got a fistful right here. A small fistful. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. It is just draining, man.
Absolutely.
WQAM.
You reading that commie crap?
Yeah, commie crap. Yeah, commie crap. Take the firecracker out of your ass, pal. It's about to go off.
WQAM.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Please retire.
Oh, please retire.
Took him 3.5 hours today. No thanks. WQAM. QAM.
Hello, Neil.
See, this is the substitute for having anything to say again. Here come all the jackoffs out again.
No, it's not a jackoff.
I'm not talking
Neil.
about you. I'm talking about the last pair.
I'm
reserve
sorry.
judgment on you.
Hey, welcome back. I've really enjoyed your shows this week.
Uh-huh.
The website is looking killer.
Yeah.
I love all the pictures, and I didn't realize how close Geldy and Mo really were.
They're tight. They're really tight.
They're very tight. And, you know, you had a previous caller that said put them in the Hot Couples Contest.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that. They'd win, and then just give them a one-way ticket to the Bahamas.
That's a thought.
That is a thought. Hey,
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You know what? You read about that priest that just resigned, the guy that hit and killed that
Guy
walking across the street.
You know, that's what it took for this man to resign. Not all of the cover-ups and the shuffling around of the pedophile priests that caused all of those atrocities against people. That didn't get on his conscience. But the fact that he killed an individual, well, he says, well, then maybe I should resign. And I just, you know...
It had nothing to do with conscience. It had to do with pressure. It had absolutely nothing to do with conscience.
But see, he had a lot of pressure to resign, even amongst Catholics. He had a lot of pressure to resign because of all of the shell game that he played with these guys.
Yeah, but after you kill somebody in broad daylight, then the pressure gets a little bit over the top, see?
Right. Hey, I got a small confession to make. I did vote twice on your Hot Couples contest for Frank and Liz because her hooters were just so big, I had to give them each one vote.
Okay, well, that's the limit, one per hooter.
And, Neil, I love you, and you have a wonderful summer, and I will listen to at least QAM 2 days a week.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
We don't like you, George. 5670560. Why don't you retire, George? Pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. WQAM.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen Mo Howard David and Jackie, what's his name, in the same room?
Jackie, what's his name? Good. Excellent job, pal. You ever see him when Jackie, what's his name, on asses? Jackie Mason?
Jackie
I
Johnson?
think he's talking about Jackie Johnson, yeah. I saw her this morning. You know something? I don't want to get into it with all you heteros, you know, but her face ain't that great.
I like it.
No, it's not that
Beautiful.
great. Okay? No, she's not beautiful.
She's beautiful.
No, she is not. Unless she had an off day or something, unless maybe her facial parts have been moved around. I hear everybody on the station just oogling and carrying on. And this morning, I flip around. I was watching Channel 7 for a bit, and she was getting ready to Jackie Johnson do her weather thing. And I don't know. In fact, some of the news stories I saw are a lot more beautiful-looking broads than her. I mean, not even close. No contest. I bet you that 10-year-old babe that Beaner Boy was humping on last night in the pool. I bet you she was even... Huh? How old is she? About 8?
She was afterwards.
She got what? 5670560. Not in the pool. I mean, geez, God only knows the kind of stuff that's swimming around in that pool. Oh, God almighty. Keep your tongue in your mouth in the pool, Beaner Boy. Oh. And you wonder why he's puking his guts out and crapping up a storm and going nuts? You wonder, huh? I don't. 19 till 1 at 560 WQM. I'm going to retire after I do this spot. Well, maybe not. I'll think about it. You know, summertime in South Florida guarantees 3 things: heat, humidity, and hurricanes. You know, you can't control the weather, but you can control how you protect your home during hurricane season. The Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop provides the best hurricane protection. With just one call to the Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop, they'll be at your home the next day with a quote for hurricane shutters, windows, and doors, customized and engineered specifically for you and your home. From panels, accordions, roll-up shutters, impact-resistant window and doors, the Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop will not be undersold. They'll beat any written legitimate quote because you're buying direct from the manufacturer and wholesaler. Call the Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop toll-free, 1-800-538-0191. They also offer cash and carry for you do-it-yourself handyman. So if you're serious about hurricane protection, customized and engineered specifically for your home, the Hurricane Shutter and Window Shop is the place to call. Toll-free, it's 1-800-538-0191. That's 1-800-538-0191. Be sure and tell them that old Neil and Horny Adam told you to call.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
From the people who've run out of ideas like America's Most Talented Teen, American Idol Jr., and America's Most Talented Kid, comes the ultimate competition for young people. America's Most Talented Fetus, the show that lets you vote for your favorite celebrity's actual sonogram. Be here tonight when a prenatal Bruce Springsteen belts out Unborn in the USA. A tidy Justin Timberlake gurgles Rock Your Body from the inside. And a thing that will grow up to be Bon Jovi sings Born to Be Your Baby. America's Most Talented Fetus, right after American Infant Idol. Tonight on Fox.
There's the new issue of American Conservative Magazine, and the front page article, big headline, Iraq, the mess we made. Every issue of the American Conservative Magazine shouting from the rooftops about what a nightmare this is. And it is. And there's people dying there every day, including ours. But hey, don't confuse us with the facts, man, because, hey, thank him for that cheap gas. Remember that call?
Right. It's free now.
Yeah, it's free. In fact, he's pumping it. If you go to the gas station, GW will pump you. 5670560. Have we had one woman yet today?
No.
Not a woman. I'm embarrassed to say that Beaner Boy had more women in the last 24 hours than we've had on this show all day today. That is sad. That's tragic. In fact, Clarence has had just as many. None. Just as many as we've had. None. Not one. 567. Talk about not caring enough to send your very best. Talking about being heartless and playing hard to get.
We'd even give them 4 of those tickets.
I'd give you, in fact, just to show you what a kind-hearted guy I am, what I'm doing right now is I'm changing, because there won't be anybody in these seats anyway tonight. So what I'm doing is I'm changing the day and the date on the ticket. I'm just writing it in with a pen.
Do the parking passes
Thursday,
too.
the 19th. And I'm going to just, and see if they work. Huh? Yeah. See if they work. They might not notice the difference. I don't know what you're laughing about. This could be a whole new scam. We could give away like 30,000 tickets a game, although it would be for like previous games. We'll just cross it out. They'll let you in.
Do you still have that traffic ticket?
No.
I want to take that there and see if that works.
No problem. You got a Broward driver's license? They'll let you in, like at the Panther games. By the way, we don't want no Valerie Bure, okay? Enough of that crap already. And there's Robert Grieper saying, well, they gotta pay him anyway, so they figure they might as well get something out of him. They gotta pay his salary. Guess what? He couldn't score into an empty net, okay, from 5 feet away. Valerie Bure. Never count on a guy named Valerie to win you nothing. Unless the Monkees got something to do with it. Remember that song?
No.
Valerie by the Monkees?
No, hum a few bars.
No.
Okay.
I know a few bars. Not your kind. WQAM.
I'm a woman. I'll take the tickets.
I beg your pardon? Say that again.
I'm a woman. Neil's complaining that no women have called.
You'll take what tickets?
The tickets you're talking about.
For last night's game?
Oh, you said the 19th. That's yesterday. You're right.
Yeah.
I just turned the radio on, so I'm a little out of the loop.
You're a little bit confused. That's okay. We're all confused. Okay, thanks.
So you got your woman caller.
Thanks. Oh, we got our woman caller all right. I'll take the tickets.
We got a wiener.
I'm a woman. I'll take the tickets. How about a nice slap? Right off the side of the head. Just like what's her name? Eve keeps doing to Liz on Passions. I love that. You bitch! And she just slaps her off the side of the head. That's great. It's one of the few shows on TV where they keep calling each other bitch and slut and whore like over and over again. I love it.
Excellent.
You bitch, you slut, you whore. I love it. In fact, don't we have, what's that thing we got? What is it called?
You bitch.
Is it? Oh, it's called...
You bitch, you slut, you whore.
Perfect. I don't mean for this last lady. She might be nice, but it could have fooled me. She'll take the tickets. And by the way, today is the 19th, honey. What I said was, well, she didn't get it. She just tuned in. Anybody believe she just tuned in?
No.
No, she heard free tickets. I'll take them. I'm talking about a lady who has something to say, a lady who wants to speak to a big radio celebrity who gets driven up to the station in a limousine every day, according to Mo Howard David, or at least should. A big hotshot. A big fat old turdburger, meaning yours truly. That's what we're looking for. Not somebody who wants something for free. This town needs a goddamn lobotomy. Needs to take the cure.
You got the cure.
As a matter of fact, the face price on this ticket is, what is the price? $1. I'm serious. These are $1 tickets.
Those might be our special promotional tickets.
Right. Outfield reserve, which means nosebleed. They're $1 a holler. I never heard of such a thing, including all taxes. All taxes.
Does that pay for the printing?
So when you take away the taxes and the printing, how many cents do you think the cost of the ticket really is?
About 30, man.
And still they can't give them away.
We can't.
For free. If we gave you 30 cents, would you take tickets to tonight's game?
No.
If we gave you $1?
No.
If we drove you to the game?
If we picked you up in a limo and we had clearance in the back seat giving you head?
No.
You still wouldn't? No. Oh my God. It's very, very sad. So I don't take it personal, see. I'm not the only one that's having a tough time in this town. WQAM.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Neil?
Yes, I am.
I'm just scanning the dial here, and for the first time I'm listening. Are you usually carrying on like this with your program?
Well, what do you mean carrying on like this?
You sound very disrespectful to me.
How can I be disrespectful to you? I just said hello.
Using those words and those skits.
Those kids?
Skits. Are you deaf, sir?
Skittles.
No, I'm not. Can you speak the language, sir? Is that the problem? I hear very, very well.
Okay.
So in other words,
what if I could? So why do you talk to people
wait a minute. Sir, let me say this to you, okay? You don't like the show. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't like the way you
No. You don't like the program. Is that what you're trying to say, sir?
I don't like it. I'm inviting everybody to tune out.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Bye-bye. He's inviting everybody to tune out. All right, we're going to tune out right now.
See y'all.
He's inviting everybody to tune out because he doesn't like it. I don't like vanilla ice cream, so I'm inviting all of you people to throw it out. When in doubt, throw it out.
I can feel them tuning out.
Oh.
Can you hear the knobs?
You can hear the knobs, man. All over town. Look at that.
It's an exodus.
They're all heading for Knob Hill Road. They're twisting their knobs because of this. I invite everybody to tune out. Sir, you are a major asshole, okay?
Were you
major,
being disrespectful
big time.
to
Yes,
him again?
I am. No, I'm giving him what he deserves. Major ass. And he talks with that stentorian voice, and I'm doing a radio show, okay? It's an entertainment show. You like it, fine. If not, buzz off. Schmuck.
I guess they don't have radio like this in Jamaica.
He wasn't Jamaican, was he?
He was a Caribbean something.
How do you know?
Oh, come on.
There you go making stereotypes again. Maybe he was like from Flushing. If not, he should be. Himself right down the turlet. WQAM.
Send that guy a mahogany card.
Right.
He won't do that.
Send him to Doodahs with Johnny Dark.
Damn.
WQAM.
Amazing.
It is amazing.
Fuck yourself.
567-0560. Pound 560 on the AT&T.
You know what really aggravates me?
I beg your pardon?
Caffeine-free soda in the soda machine.
I like caffeine. That's what I drink.
I want caffeine.
Oh, you need caffeine.
I need it.
I think the last guy needs some caffeine, too. Right up his...
Rectum.
We're working on it, pal. Okay, in fact, Clarence is going to take that little injector tube and bring it right to your home. And then he's going to...
The lube tube?
The lube tube. WQAM.
Neil.
Yes.
Hey, I'm calling because I'm embarrassed to be a chick in this town.
I don't blame you. You should be. You should be.
I love you. I would never scrub tickets off you. I just wanted to tell you that not everybody with ovaries in this town is a dirtbag.
Amen.
All right, I love you.
And some of the women, too. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There's our first real lady. Oh. She didn't want no tickets. She wasn't a freeloader. She wasn't taking a bunch of cheap shots, making a bunch of stupid-ass comments. She was just a person, you know? And she's really embarrassed to be a chick in this town, and she ought to be.
Chicken?
A chicken in this town. Oh, I got to tell you, when Mo is on there and talking about, hey, you know, when they do when Ferall comes in, when he begs him to come in with him?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, Mo begs Ferall to come in there because we would be great together, you know, when we get Geldy out of here and you and I can do the show together. Yeah, he's trying to cover his ass. What?
No, I'll tell you. Go on.
Now I lost my train of thought.
When Mo invites Ferall in for crossover.
Yeah.
Because they'd be so good together.
No, I had something really important. Oh, no, I know what it was. And, of course, Ferrall is going on about, well, this babe at the game and my chick at home is, you know, so hot. And then Mo is talking about the pictures. I guess maybe Vlad and Anthony left some pictures from the Joe and Mark show. Oh, yeah, she's really a hot chick. That one is a hot chick. And this one over here, that chick is really...
He doesn't talk about Rax, does he?
No, I haven't heard him talk about Rex Reed yet. But oh, Rax.
Rax Red.
567-0560. Got a hostile crowd out there today. They're really... And you know something? I understand. You're stuck here. You haven't got two nickels to rub together. It's 100 degrees in the shade. The mosquitoes are the size of goddamn kumquats. And it's just not a very pleasant situation. So I understand why you're miserable and hostile and hateful. WQAM. QAM.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
You know, does that jackass I called a little while ago, does he think that perhaps there are some of us that listen to you because you are so disrespectful?
Right, that's
so
right.
Rude to the people who deserve
who says
it?
I have to respect him, his ass?
Exactly. The people who deserve to be disrespected get disrespected. It is what it is. I'm inviting everybody to tune out, man.
Yeah.
Tune into this, asshole.
Right, tune into this asshole. Right, in fact, that's what he did. Okay, have a great day,
I
pal.
love you, Neil.
Well said. See, there you go. He's not pissed off and fired up. There's a happy camper. He's probably getting out of here in a couple of weeks, this guy. That's why he's in such a good mood. Do you think that was a Jamaican man that was calling before?
Bahamian. You know what? You rip the Bahamas all the time.
And speaking about condescending, by the way.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God. I guess I'm not good enough for you, man. That's the problem, man.
He could have been Trinidadian.
You know something, no matter where he's from, he's still just an asshole to me.
He sounded a little like Halcyon.
Just another asshole to me. Look for the QM van for another 4 minutes. Well, I'm sorry. I apologize to Miguel. I was going to do this at 12:30. He's out of there.
Don't matter.
Oh, he doesn't care?
As long as we get the air checks.
Oh, okay. So just as long as we get the air checks that I give him the plug, because we know nobody wants those Marlin tickets. I mean, I'll take the tickets.
Got a fireplace. Need some
I wonder how long it takes to burn Marlin tickets in the microwave.
We have a microwave. We have tickets.
No, you think I'm going to schmutz up my microwave with paper?
We'll put a plate down.
No way. No way, Jose.
A paper plate.
No way, Jorge. I'm not messing up that very nice microwave. Thanks again to my good friend Bob for bringing that refrigerator many years ago.
Right.
The microwave, I don't remember. Where did that come from?
Another listener.
Another listener,
nice guy,
but we don't know who it was. Some nice
and
guy.
the espresso machine, likewise.
Right. All of the stuff in here we got contributed, or I paid for it, or whatever, because it's the Beasleys, or as cheap as goddamn dirt. That's why.
I bought the
Which is why Boca Brian ain't getting paid for his bits lately on time by them.
Yeah.
Now that Clarence is back, I guarantee you, once we can separate him and the Beast, he'll straighten those Beasley bastards out.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Boy, it's the 1 to 2 hour.
Oh, say, can you please mow the lawn for your wife? And if sadly you fail, then she might be left screaming, and the walk needs repair, and the faucet leaks there. Please do it despite it's a drag 'cause you care. Oh, say don't let her hear that you can't then rant and rave, for the fact is plain to see, she's your wife, you're her slave.
Absolutely.
102 at 560 WQM. It's our gigantic 1 to 2 hour. It's bigger than life itself. Although we are very disrespectful is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, man.
Isn't that what you're hearing? Isn't that the scuttlebutt
All
around
the
a
time.
building?
As a matter of fact, I got a similar call once upon a time.
Did you really? You or me?
Me.
You're disrespectful too?
Absolutely.
Well, I'll be goddamn.
Sort of. The guy said,
Your heart is dirty.
Hey, listen, a good news for you. During that last break, I made a phone call because Clarence and the Beast had such a good time since Clarence has been back that they're getting hitched. I made the phone call, made reservations in Toronto. They're getting married next week. NTO.
well, where are they registered?
I'll be giving the number out. What a lovely couple they'll make. I can just see them during Pride Week, driving up and down Bay Street and Church Street. 5670560 pound. We got a lot of hostile assholes out there because they're stuck here, and we understand that. We appreciate that, don't we?
Absolutely.
WQAM.
I've been listening since 1982. You think I'm going to take that guy's advice?
We sure hope not.
The answer would be no.
No.
Hey,
Yes.
the outfield boxes, they're $9 a piece. And the seats, too, at the Marlins games.
How do you like that? So those people are always bitching about this is overpriced and that's overpriced. If it said free on the ticket, they still wouldn't be there.
Well, Wednesdays it's a buy one, get one free if you have the Sun Sentinel.
Boy.
Tuesday, if you have the Herald, it's buy one, get one free. If you see Miguel, you can get free tickets, which is actually where I got mine the other
Right,
day.
that's right.
So don't laugh. Hey, the girl over there in the swimming pool that Beaner Boy was looking at, she wasn't the one with the red streaks in her hair, was she?
No, she had red streaks in her pants, he said.
Okay, it's that one with...
Or maybe she wasn't old enough to have red streaks in her pants. Have a great day, Pally.
See you, man.
See ya. Now he says you were looking at. You weren't just looking at. Now, you weren't doing this in the pool. You weren't committing some sexual act in the pool, were you?
All my sexual romps were at Treasure Island. I didn't even make it to the Marlins thing. That will be tonight for me.
How come the show is almost over now? It's in the 1 o'clock hour, and now we're discovering this?
Because I don't have a microphone in front of me, because George is,
hogging it.
hog.
He's hogging it.
Right.
Hogging da.
But ask me tomorrow
Mike.
about what happens at the Marlins game. I'll have some stories.
Oh, man. You talk about, see, you invented it. Dr. Frankenstein, you invented it. There's the little monster right there.
It's his creation. You're absolutely right.
Oh, and now, just like the monster, it's out of control.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Oh. So you got laid at Treasure Island. Well, that, I mean, or
not
as a result of being at Treasure Island. We don't have to know exactly where. We don't want the details. Maybe
Outback,
it was under the overpass.
around the corner, behind the dumpster.
I do like their walkabout soup. I sure hope you didn't drop nothing in the walkabout soup at the Outback.
No, he had a bloomin' onion.
It always was a little on the creamy side. Bloomin' idiot, yeah. So anyway, we got some great Marlin tickets for last night. God. You know, I feel so bad. No, I don't, because these guys are assholes. Why did I say that?
I don't know.
No, because first it was Wayne. I don't feel bad for him. He's a schmuck. He killed the goose. And then, of course, Wayne, John Henry, who was an even bigger putz, a real lemming. And now we got these guys, Samson and Delilah. And who could feel sorry for them? Nobody. But, I mean, whoever the marketing people are, I mean, they're trying everything. They're trying everything under the sun. They're giving away 2 for 1 if you ever ran into Miguel on the street, if you ran him over, whatever. And they still can't get anybody out there. And don't kid yourself, Ferrall, he's no dummy. He knows. He's just looking for a way to get laid out there. He's looking for some new meat. 567-0560, pound 560 on it. I mean, you're smirking, but
no, I'm just waiting for the day.
What day is that?
The day of enlightenment for him, Ferrall.
Enlightenment about what?
When he realizes how futile this is. The dead horse you were
No, you didn't hear what I just got through saying. He knows that. You weren't listening. You were diddling with some. This morning, before the show, he was in there during a break, just shoveling crap down his puss. And he said, oh, I know. I knew that before I got here.
No, but I'm waiting for him to be honest about it on his show.
He can't, but that would take away his ability to keep pulling off all these scams. Don't you understand? He's not going to do that. Look a gift horse up the butt.
A dead horse up the where?
WQAM.
Hi, I'd like to speak to Neil.
Speaking.
Neil?
Yes, I am.
got a gerbil in my ass.
Oh, great. Still in there, huh? Maybe Duff can help you out. He knows a good proctologist. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT. See what I mean about how we move from one to the next, and then we got the retire, that guy, and then we got this guy that's got the gerbil stuck in his ass and can't get it out of his
rectum.
WQAM.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil.
Speaking.
Yeah, Neil, be careful of George. He's secretly meeting with Ferrall. He knows you're going to retire in a couple of years.
Yeah.
And he wants your job.
Yeah.
So that's what it is, okay?
He can have it.
Okay, bye.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line, WQAM.
Hello?
Yes.
Is this Neil?
Yes, it is. Are you in a wind tunnel?
I'm on the beach.
Oh, my God, that wind is just blowing up a storm.
Oh, I'm trying to protect the phone here with my towel, but
Put
can
your
you hear
towel
me
on
anyway?
it. Yes, I can.
I thought I'd call you and let you know the wonderful things about South Florida in the summertime.
Okay.
First of all, the beach is practically empty,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm able to lay here without my top on and not have to worry about anybody seeing me.
Well, I hope you're slathering on that heavy-duty sunscreen.
I am.
Slather it on there.
I am. And then the restaurant prices are lower.
Mm-hmm.
The hotel rates are lower.
Oi!
And I guess it depends on where you live in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I'm lucky enough to live right on the beach, so I can take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just thought I'd let you know some of the good stuff about South Florida.
Well, I'm delighted that there's a happy camper. That makes me feel very good.
And besides that, I'm a senior citizen, so I can go to the baseball games
Mm-hmm.
for $10 and sit under the air conditioner, too.
There you go. Excellent.
Have a good day.
Have a wonderful life. Thank you. And
Bye-bye.
don't spend it all in one place. You notice how we keep coming back to that same, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just her on the beach with her top off. I'm trying to wash.
She
that out of
didn't
my
say
head.
she had her top off.
Yeah, she did.
I must have missed that. I must have filtered that out.
I wish I could have.
And didn't I say to her cover it up with a towel? I thought I said that.
Oh man.
Maybe that's what was flapping in the breeze.
She should have told us what beach it is that she lives on.
Yeah, we could have issued a warning.
Like a riptide warning.
Like an oy vey warning. Like a frog warning in Hollywood Beach. Killer frogs for anybody that saw Magnolia. Did you say you need that?
The soundtrack, yeah, I want to copy.
Okay, no problem. And then, of course, you can also, just in case. You see, you've heard that people talk about Duff trying to cover up his tracks. Little did you know what kind of tracks they were. Moosey tracks. In fact, it's the soundtracks. Lovely. In stereo. 1:10, so we got a nice old lady there on the beach who's a little on the tight side. She don't want to spend nothing for this, nothing for that. She's a senior citizen now, and it's all for free.
And she's topless.
And she's topless, and she'll show you her boobies for free, too. It's Bubby with the boobies. Oh, oh yeah, Bubby with the big bouncing boobies. Wouldn't that be a great rock group, Bubby and the Boobies?
Bubba Boobies.
Dollar Mattress, man. All you boobies out there that have been wasting your time and money schlepping to your department and bedding stores, I got a much better idea for you. And that is make that one easy call to Dollar Mattress, 1-800-Mattress. You won't believe how simple, how easy it is. It's a piece of cake to pick out the perfect bed and you're back. The expert bedding consultants, the really nice, knowledgeable people at Dollar Mattress will hook you up with exactly what you're looking for. Have you ever gone to a showroom, they start steering you toward a house brand that nobody wants, a discontinued set or a mismatch, something that nobody in the world would really want, that you didn't want in the first place? Forget about that. Just sit on your ass there, make that one easy call to Dollar Mattress, because they sell only the best. They sell Sealy, Serta, Simmons Tempur-Pedic, no sales gimmicks, no false promises, no bullcrap, no song and a dance, no bait and swish. And they've got the high-end beds, too, like Sealy's Crown Jewel line. And top models from every brand growing, all at everyday low prices. Call them toll-free right now, and in no time at all, they'll be knocking on your door, taking away the crappy, smelly old bedding for free, and set up your great brand-new bed also for free. 1-800-Mattress, 1-800-MATTRES, and don't forget, that comfort exchange policy they offer you is unprecedented. If you're not completely satisfied, they'll exchange it with no questions asked, and they give you the opportunity to pick the date, the day, and time for delivery whenever it's convenient for you. Like I said, nobody in the world does it beside our good friends at Dollar Mattress. They're the best. The easy, the smart way to get you a great night's sleep for years and years to come. Call them today, 1-800-Mattress. 1-800-MATTRES, and tell them that old Neil told you to call, or check them out on their website if you like at mattress.com.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
So now it's finally summer across the USA. Time for summer fun now. Come on, what do you say? We'll head out to the beaches. We won't be surfing today. We're doing something much better. Looking for TNA. Ain't no need for no surfboard. Who cares about the waves? When you spend a whole day now checking out the babes. All the women are stacked now with plump derrieres. Bet you love it like I do, looking for TNA. Inside, outside 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 TNA. Inside, outside. Who gives a damn about surfing? Looking for TNA.
Absolutely.
Until the end of the summer, each and every day, I'll be at the beach now with my binoculars. Hey, I'll be getting an eyeful of what I really crave. Don't give a damn about surfing. Looking for TNA. Inside, outside 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 TNA. Inside, outside. Who gives a damn about surfing? Looking for TNA.
Absolutely.
117 at 560 WQM. Happy Thursday to you. Mad Dog at 2. The Humper will be along briefly. You don't like to work, overdo it. Calm down. 4 to 6:30. Then we got the Marlins stuff. Marlins on deck, 6:30 tonight, 7:05. The Mets and the Marlins. Last game. No, it's not. It's got to be the last game of that series. Who they play tomorrow? Tampa? Is it the Devil Rays tomorrow, I do believe? Yes. Boy, am I on top of things or what? Damn good thing I am, because George is really slipping on the sports stuff.
Sorry. Oh, no.
Why it won't sit up there right? It just won't pop up. There you go. Eddie K after that baseball stuff, and Joe and Mark overnight, 2 to 5 in the morning, talking about Pirate Radio. Don't forget about that. Oh, and so yesterday, going home, I listened to 95.3 FM. Pirate Radio.
Oh, thanks.
It was, there was nobody talking. They just were playing music.
Oh, the Black Man wasn't on?
No, that's not the right one. This is the one by me in Broward.
I see.
Don't you remember the punk that called and said, huh?
And what kind of music were they playing?
Like you'd hear on KPX.
Alternative.
By the way, Piper High had a D. Did you see that, the school ratings that came out?
Yeah. You know
Cooper
why?
City had an A.
Oh!
Let's hear it for Cooper City. Why?
It's because their signal is so bad you can't hear their station anymore.
So that's why Piper High had a D? When KPX had a good signal, it used to have a good number,
right.
A.
See?
But now that their signal on KPX is degenerated, now it's a D. Speaking of D, Diaz Balart, this is the worst piece of news, man. The faxer is right. He says, talk about recycling crap. This guy was absolutely awful, and you are...
Absolutely correct, sir.
WTVJ NBC6 said a familiar face will reappear on its newscast starting July 1. And that viewers can expect to see the same anchorman on corporate sister station, Telemundo 51 WSCV. The TV station said, Jose Diaz Balart is scheduled to co-anchor NBC News at 5 p.m. with Jennifer Volpi, plus continue his job as co-anchor of Hoy en el Mundo. That's en el Mundo. Telemundo's national when I see him, that's what I say. Hoy! It's Jose Diaz Balart. Makes me want to fart. He is brutal. Can't complain about his personality. He hasn't got any. He's got to have naked pictures. Remember they put him on that CBS morning show for about 5 minutes and I was screaming just...
They heard you.
The arrangement allows both organizations to benefit from Mr. Diaz Balart's extensive experience in English and Spanish language. Did you know that Jackie Nesbral at Cheese Juliet?
Yeah, I think I did know that.
I didn't know that. And boy, she getting chunky.
Yeah.
She is really chubby. She must be eating all the food now that our friend Kelly Craig ain't eating no more. How's Kelly doing?
Chunky.
Still chunky?
Yeah.
How's my buddy Bob Weaver doing? Is he still on the air?
Yes, he is.
Poor Bob.
Still has no neck.
Are you saying Bob Weaver doesn't have any neck? That's the beast you're thinking of, not Bob Weaver. Diaz Balart, who worked at WTVJ years ago, was most recently anchor on Telemundo's Enfoque. Oh, I got a good line for that. Oh, yeah, Enfoque. And back at you, Jose. Back at you. Same to you. A monthly public affairs program and I'm pronouncing that right. I know my Espanol. Enfoque. Ooh. You know something? I think thank you for this fax, whoever sent this. You just did me a tremendous service. That Jamaican guy that called before that said I was disrespectful. Hey, guess what? Enfoque you, man. That's right. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. You should hear my brother say focus.
Pocus? Anyway, in 96, Diaz Balart was part of the original team on CBS This Morning as a news anchor. Flopped, went over like a goddamn pregnant pole vaulter. He was also host of Against the Law on the CBS cable program Eye on Peepholes. And he ought to be against the law, Jose Diaz Balart. Man. Him and that whole family of his, all those Lincoln Diaz Balart and all those other right-wing, oh, brother.
Mercury Lincoln Diaz Balart.
Yeah, Mercury Lincoln. Boy, does he blow. That whole family. They're like all, I think they're all in there tight with Ileana Rosanna Dana.
Oh, yeah. And Jeb.
They all just kind of, every now and then they throw like bones at Boner Boy under the overpass. Open the window and throw him a little something.
Absolutely.
300 votes for George W. Bush. That's not a good vote because which of these is the most ridiculous? George W. Bush is a great leader. 300 people said that's the most ridiculous of all of these. Peace is coming in the Middle East. 110 people said ridiculous. They said it's
incredible.
George is a great fill-in for Neil. 104 said, who are you kidding? Mo Howard David does a great show. 75 votes. Marlins will win 91 games. 41 said that. In fact, maybe 41 is what they're going to win. Clarence has moved up a little bit. Nice going, Clarence. Clarence, our program director, will get laid this year, 21, and Ferrall's got a pleasant voice, only 19. 670 votes, Beaner Boy, that's pretty good. Especially on a day when there ain't nobody here. That's pretty damn good. We're getting a heavy response on our website. Where's that new thing I was supposed to look for?
It's new, it's there now.
Oh, it is there?
Go
all right, let's hear it!
All right!
Okay, one moment, please. I gotta go to the regular home page. One moment, please. NeilRogers.com. Here comes something new and exciting. Oh, yeah! Did I butch up or what? If you must pray, then pray to Neil God. And there's my big, naked, macho picture.
You know, you could have shaved your pits.
No. Then I would have had to shave my crotch. It looks like I did shave my crotch. I shaved everything.
Shaved it right off.
Yeah, shaved that water. There was nothing there anyway.
Yeah, smoothie.
You can't see my beautiful vagina. The one that Ferrall was talking about. It's covered up by the G.
You look like a G.I. Joe.
Covered up by the G. That's the G spot. Oh, yeah.
Oh, G.
He's no fool. He knew where to stick that. And the letter, too.
Golly G.
So anyway, there it is. A beautiful thing. If you must pray, then pray to...
Ew, good.
Got a new, lovely, bulked up, butched up picture of yours truly. On roids. Well, maybe not steroids. Maybe just hemorrhoids. 5670560, and this show is absolutely disrespectful is what I'm thinking, you know? Don't you think?
Absolutely.
And we're proud of it. WQAM.
Yeah, I don't need to speak to Neil. Just tell him there was a topless senior citizen sighting on a beach.
Oh,
and that's one reason the beach is clear.
Oh, no, it's not. It's not Reverend Jones.
It was,
No, it was not. Was that, you think that was Reverend Jones? Didn't say anything like him.
Hey,
don't quit being such a wuss, will ya? Let's see. Currently, it says this fax. There are 3 specialized lines from Hallmark, Jewish, Hispanic, and us darkies. I don't understand the issue with having cards that celebrate individual subcultures. The fallacy of the U.S. as a homogenous group was a racist notion intolerant of cultural expressions beyond those of Western Europe. You're absolutely wrong about that, TR. Further, if there's a market for a specialized line, doesn't our model of capitalism predict that the niche will be filled? I think it's encouraging that independent groups are actually being serviced by corporate America, although I lament the loss of revenue for all the minority companies who previously filled the void. As for the reverse racism argument, there was never like a card to celebrate St. Patrick's Day for the Irish, Oktoberfest for the German, April Fool's Day for the French, etc. I guess it can all be summed up that if the cards had cross-cultural appeal and appearance, these specialized lines would fail. Their success is a testament to their need. Your dark-skinned listener, T.R. North Miami. He's got some good points in there, you know? And like I always say, who cares? Here's another. Oh, this is also from him. No, this is from somebody else. I think. The Sinceramente Hallmark year-round product offering. See, bears out what this other guy was saying. Cards for traditional occasions like birthday, love, wedding, anniversary, sympathy, and more. Sinceramente Hallmark also addresses Hispanic cultural events like quinceañera.
Quinceañera.
I said it right that time. Just, look, I'm not a professional spick like you, okay, so give me like a second or two, even like a make-believe one. Quinceañera. I said, well, it was a thrill to say it.
Right.
The special celebration of a girl's 15th birthday, and El Dia del Santo. That's the Jose Santos' birthday.
Chicken sacrificing day.
And the line also offers cards for Dia de los Reyes, celebrated January 6th. The Hispanic Christian holiday commemorates the arrival of 3 wise men in Bethlehem. Unfortunately, they bailed out. Too soon. So that's it. That's the name of the game. We got Schwarzer cards and Spick cards and Jew cards and do you like this and do you like that? Something for everybody.
Absolutely.
Pretty soon we'll have the Mo line. 26 past 1 at 560 WQM. The brilliant Jim Mandich will be along at 2 this afternoon to unload on the Mo Man. Now, he's not going to do that. But if that ever happens, you got to call me immediately. Let me know if I'm not here.
Oh, well, I'll listen daily.
I'll turn it on. I'll have it blasting so loud the windows will crash. I want to tell you about something that's really good for you that you ought to be taking right now, today, and tomorrow, and every day, and that's Oleomed. Oleomed soft gels are very easy to take. You just pop them right in your mouth, and they're loaded with all kinds of good stuff for you, including olive oil that's the purest and the best you've ever tasted and had. Not just ordinary olive oil. It's super concentrated, loaded with health benefits for you. Oleomed every day can help reduce the risk of all kinds of bad things, like heart disease and high cholesterol. Plus, now there are 14 different Oleomed formulas you can choose from, each one combining the finest olive oil with vitamins, minerals, and herbals to support specific health needs, from your bones to your blood pressure to your immune system. How many Marlin tickets do you give away, Miguel, whatever your name is?
Diener Miguel.
Diener Miguel. How many?
He wants you to guess.
We got it. Probably none. Probably give anyway.
About 30, man.
None? I was right. Seriously? Oh. Just pick out the formulas that are right for you. Now there are 3 new Oleomed formulas, one to help you sleep, one to help you control your weight, and CellQ10 for your heart. Pick some up while you're shopping today. Pick up Oleomed at Publix, Eckerd's, Walgreens, Whole Food Markets, Navarro's, and Sedano's, or order it online, OleomedAmerica.com. For more info, call them toll-free at 1-866-OLEOMED. That's 1-866-653-6633. For better health, start popping Oleomed in your big puss today.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Warning, we have mercilessly taken the following material out of context without endorsement or permission from those depicted. It is our ongoing mission to make everything that is good and decent look as ridiculous as possible. We hope we've reached that goal, or at least made you laugh.
Now showing at an all-you-can-eat buffet near you. Too fat, too furious.
What the hell do you mean you're out of fried chicken? You better get your sorry minimum wage ass back here and whip up some more.
See what happens when a lifetime of overindulgence meets with an undersupplied food line.
One plate. I'm only allowed one plate per trip.
But, sir, but...
Shut up, and bring me a wheelbarrow, damn it.
Too fat, too furious.
And another thing, Missy.
Sir?
This lasagna is a little...
Sir.
My heart.
Sir.
My heart.
Too fat, too furious. How fat do you like it?
132 at 560 WQM. So anyway, speaking of that movie, Too Fast, Too Furious, Too Full of Crap, you know who's in that movie?
No.
Paul Walker.
Okay.
You know who that is?
No.
Now, what that was the movie he was in? Now, where did he just go again? You messed up.
I forgot
You didn't bring the
Shane. My human
You didn't bring the Shane.
See.
God. By the way, how's that Shane doing on Guiding Light?
Oh!
Anyway, Paul Walker was in a movie where he and this buddy and these two chicks are like headed for a somewhere on a highway, and it's another one of those crazy trucker movies.
Oh, all right, I know who you're talking about.
And the trucker makes them run into the restaurant naked, which of course the whole premise is ludicrous, but it's a good excuse to show us Paul Walker naked.
I saw like the end of that movie.
And his cute little ass. Paul Walker's a pretty interesting guy. See, we got to have some fag talk on here to counterbalance Adam. I'm not talking about Ferrall. Ferrall's fine. We're not messing with him, but Adam is out of... And the reason I mention that about Paul Walker, because he's a lot prettier than Jackie Johnson. And here's the facts to prove it. And I know probably this Faxer and I are the only people with the balls to say it, because she's like the Rascal House of hot babes, you know? It's just fashionable to say, oh, I got to see the weather. Oh, there's a high front over my crotch. There's Jackie, that crap.
Well, I will say this, she doesn't have much of an ass.
She didn't look good this morning. Now, maybe it was an off day. Maybe the camera angle was bad. Maybe they weren't shooting through linoleum. The fact says you are correct about Jackie Johnson. Monkey face, bleached hair, and store-bought boobs. How do you like that?
2 out of 3.
For example, Sofia Vergara, who's on the wall back there. I mean... Is Jackie Johnson in her league?
No.
See, now, so don't tell me I don't know a beautiful woman when I see
ain't
one.
Doing the weather. You don't know a beautiful woman when you see one.
Okay. I mean, when you tell me that Doreen has got a big rack. Oh, no, that was Ferrall said that. And Joe Costello, by the way, quit talking about pirate radio, you jackass. The hell you were. We got a spy report that you guys were promoting. In addition to which, why would you want to go on and promote 95.3 and tell what frequencies they're on?
At the time, we didn't know it was pirate radio. We just heard this crazy black man on the air talking about racist stuff, and we thought it was funny.
Right.
It was way after the fact that we find out that it was pirate radio. We heard it.
They're infringing on your career, don't you understand that?
I understand that. I
mean, the
pirate
Beasleys have spent well, like I said, I spent a fortune to build this studio.
Yeah. We didn't know it was pirate at the time. We heard it on like 104 or something. It was hysterical.
What was the frequency again?
But it was something. I have no idea. But the bottom line is that once we found out it was pirate radio, first of all, it disappeared. Second of all, we were vehemently against it. Those guys are criminals. Plus, spreading all that racist crap on the air.
Yeah, well, we're not too fond of that here, are we?
No.
We hate that, don't we?
Absolutely.
567. How you and Mo getting along? The word we're hearing is that there's no crossover between you and Mo. Can that be true?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, what's the reason for that?
Well, he's working on his stuff. You know, he's got that big 5 o'clock hour to fill, and we're usually on a roll.
You were his only hope.
Huge 4 o'clock
You
hour.
were his only ally. And now you're letting the old man down, too? You're jumping off the bandwagon?
We're just fine. I noticed that I was the least to despise Howard on the...
Right. Well, that's because they figure you're like a wimp. You're too much of a pussy to tell them the truth.
That's not it.
That is it. I won't repeat what you said off the air.
Okay, good.
Not yet. Which of these statements is the most ridiculous? George W. Bush is a great leader, 322. Peace is coming in the Middle East, 116. George is a great fill-in for Neil, 105. Mo Howard David does a great show, 78.
Absolutely.
The Marlins will win 91 games, 42. Clarence, our PD, will get laid this year, 23, is the most ridiculous statement. And Ferrall's got a pleasant voice, 20. Don't let me forget when we do the little crossover with Scott in the morning, because you never remind me anyway. I'll try to remember. His assignment while I'm gone will be to get Clarence laid. Write it down. Is there anybody else in this building who's got a better chance? I'm not saying he's got a good chance. I would say to hook him up, but hooking him up that's not going to be enough. He's practically going to have to be like they're holding his hand. You know what I'm talking about? That's right. Write it on the window. Scott, you gotta get Clarence laid, man. There you go. He's writing it on a calendar. Get Clarence laid. That's Scott Ferrall's, if he can get that done, then we salute him, man.
Oh!
Then we tip the hat. Now what's Joe's take on Ferrall? What's your take?
I haven't met him yet, but I love him on the air.
I'm not talking about personally.
Oh, his show's great.
First of all, he don't stand still long enough to meet him. Okay,
Well,
you'll never really meet him.
Maybe
you might
that's better
see him.
off then. But, I haven't heard him too much because of the time. But when I heard him filling in when we first brought him on, he's great. I used to listen back in the day when I was a schlepper. Oh, wait, I still am. But
Absolutely.
Still, he's funny. He's hysterical. He's he's outrageous. He's zany.
Excellent. There you go.
What was his deal at the ballpark? He had
Good
some stripper
job.
bent over the... We heard about that.
Bent over the what?
Bent over the seats or something. They were all giving her dollars. She was taking her clothes. What happened? Do you know what
I
happened?
didn't hear that part.
What?
Of course, who was going to tell us that part? Because Beaner Boy pretended he was there. Meanwhile, he was getting laid after Treasure Island, so he wasn't there. George missed a golden opportunity to be at a ball game for free.
All I know is we got 2 different callers, and that's an enormous amount.
For you, that's like a lot.
Oh, my God, are you kidding me? That said they were out there with Ferrall, and, man, there were these strippers, and they were holding up dollars and all going crazy, and the ushers came over.
Florida Marlins Baseball and Strip Club. I like it.
I think it's great. I was actually going to think about going next time.
There we go.
Oh!
Let's hear it. Get some bastards out there. By the way, would you like some tickets to give away on your show tonight for last night's game?
Sure.
No, it's
Go out to the mall.
It's a stress-free ball game, man. 10-5 Mets. You know the final score. You know the innings when you have to pay attention. It's great. I'll leave you 15 tickets for last night's game. I bet you guys can give them away. What I started doing was crossing out the date and writing in. Yes?
Oh, they won't notice the difference.
No.
The rumor around the building.
Yes?
The rumor around the building is that Marlins weren't too happy with the
shenanigans.
With the shenanigans.
Well, but at least we got an extra couple hundred people out there. What do they want?
And some publicity, right?
Right. And we've been talking Marlin crap for like 100 times more than we ever would, because nobody cares about the baseball team, who are in last place, by the way. But now don't give us a little tease like that. Is this a valid rumor? Or is this just
as soon as they see me
dropping?
walking by, they shut up because it's like that guy'll tell me. It wasn't on the air.
Well, who's this they you're talking about?
I was passing by the promotions office, and there was like 5 or 6 people in there.
Well, let's have some names.
Doreen was in there.
Fat ass Doreen was in there.
Doreen was. She wasn't even the one talking.
Oh.
But she was in her own office. And
she got a big rack.
Other people that
it's on her pickup truck. And who else?
Other people that I didn't know who they were. I don't know if maybe they were from the Marlins or something, and they were the ones talking amongst themselves.
Really?
Yeah.
So Ferrall's only been here like a couple of weeks, and he's already created a whole big song to dance.
That was beautiful, Ferrall.
Hey, we agree. Nice going, Scott. That is excellent. We like it if he stirs up the crap instead of this usual staid, boring crap, you know. That's a problem in this town. They don't realize people, if they're going to pay a couple of bucks or make the effort to go somewhere, they want to have a good time. They want to be entertained. Right? They want some excitement.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, what's that, Dantrell Willis, is that his name? Dantrell? Remember I saw that thing on the website the other day? I said, who's that, a basketball player? That's that young black pitcher that pitched the one-hitter for the Marlins on Tuesday. Why didn't you correct me? He's nodding. He said, oh, yeah, right. Why didn't you correct me? I mean, I know you're not going to correct me because you're not, keeping tabs this year like you used to.
Sorry.
20.
It's not very exciting this year.
20 till 2.
Like it used to be.
Yeah, like it used to be before Ferrall started taking all them naked babes out there and people started getting laid and doing the old hoochie coochie. See, when Wayne had the team, they wanted to do the hokey pokey. Now they're doing the hoochie coochie. And quite frankly, most of our crowd would rather do the hoochie coochie than the hokey pokey. Wouldn't you agree? I would. How about Mo? Would Mo agree?
Absolutely.
When you're considering, speaking of Mo, something to do on top of your head, fill in that bald spot, there are many alternatives. You've seen you've seen the choices he's made, and woe is us. That's all I can say. For more than 35 years, Chuck Alfieri's been giving guys a much better alternative, and that is his natural hairline system. It's a patented system that makes you guys look better and younger than you ever dreamed again, because it looks for real. Not like a dead animal, not like some horrendous thing fell out of the sky like a frog in Magnolia. And right now, Charlie's offering his summer special hair system for only $549 for first-time customers. If you already have a hair system, you can use 50% on service and repairs on all kinds of hair systems, including shampoo and trim. So it's a perfect opportunity this summer to give Charlie a try. Charles Alfieri's guarantee to you is you try one of his hair systems for 30 days. If you don't love the way it looks and feels and smells, the whole deal, and if you're not getting more action, at least in clearance, return it for a full refund. You got nothing to lose but that ugly, shiny, reflective bald spot. Charles Alfieri, the benchmark of the industry, can help you really look a hell of a lot better. So pick up that phone and call toll-free today. They'll bring you in, give you a free consultation. They'll really show you just how much better they can make you look. Here's the number, 1-800-321-2413. That's 1-800-321-2413, or check out their website, charlesalfieri.com.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
On Inside the Behind, the True Hollywood Celebrity Music Biography Profile Story, she asked, what if God was one of us? And tonight, God has an answer for Joan Osborne.
What if God was one of us?
Listen, I know what she was getting at, but I found that song a little disrespectful, I gotta tell you.
In his first ever interview with a suck-ass, low-budget basic cable network, God shares his impressions about Joan Osborne's song.
Sure, you know, there's a little of God in every person. Cute idea, but why does she want to call me a slob? I'm not a slob. I take small bites. I chew my food. My apartment is spotless. I'm anal, if you want to know the truth. Quite frankly, I was hurt.
Not content to label God a slob, Joan Osborne went on to describe him as a stranger on the bus trying to make his way home.
Now see, there again. Use your head, girlfriend. I don't have to travel by bus. I'm an entity. I got nothing against people taking public transportation, but I can materialize for the love of me. I just wish she'd check with me.
But no, Joan Osborne never thought to check with God before she wrote a song about him. And, as she tried to explain to Inside the Behind...
Oh, come on. It's artistic license. I was only trying to... Whoa!
Silence, hippie chick!
You're God? Holy sh...
And stop swearing, biatch!
Joan Osborne, why do you think she never had another hit? It's a big, juicy, sopping wet look at show business. Tonight, on Inside the Behind.
145 at 560 WQM. So anyway, here's a great fax, mainly for you, George, from Quincy in Miami. Do you know Quincy? One of your friends?
Yeah, the medical examiner?
Tell Ross Cloth George, say, the bro boy who call is not a blood clot Jamaican to Ross. You following
Okay,
this?
I got him down.
This is a real-world selling, weed-smoking Jamaican who listens to your show all 4 hours every day. If George don't say sorry, I will cut off his drug supply for good, trust me. Bumblecloth, blood clot, Ross clot, says Quincy in Miami. You know, I'm walking down the street in Toronto one day, and there was these Jamaicans, and I heard the one yelled on the street, Bumbleclot!
Yeah, that's me.
And I thought, gee, is George here?
Bumbleclot says he's sorry. I said he might have been Bahamian or Trinidadian.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He sounded like Halcyon.
Sounded like an asshole to me.
Absolutely.
Right. Halcyon.
Why is
that was
funny?
terrible. Why did you say that?
He sounded like a Trinidadian, possibly.
Well, whatever he was. It doesn't make any difference. He's a schmuck. We don't care where. He doesn't have to show us his passport and his goddamn visa and the MasterCard. He was a schmuck.
He could have been from Tobago.
I urge everybody, tune out, tune out. Yeah, tune us. Get on a goddamn banana boat and go back and see Chiquita. Go show some baseballs. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. You'll notice Sammy Sosa comes back last night, hits a 460-foot home run without corking the bat. Although I heard the Mad Dog talking about yesterday the fact that Sammy and right away some other people jumped on. Somebody else started it. They were picking on him because he's Hispanic. And, of course, a black Hispanic. That's the reason they made a big simus about the cork. Now, Payrod, and even was it Russ? Russ made a good point. When they called, before this cork thing happened and he was the best player in baseball and everybody had loved him and admired him, were they saying that because he was Hispanic? And how about Payrod with his $25 million a year? Are they paying him that because he's Hispanic? I mean, all you professional ethics out there, cool it, you know?
Absolutely.
Right, cut the crap. It's a racist thing. WQAM.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
One Neil.
Speaking.
This is Neil?
Yes, it is.
Neil, you know that guy Ferrall?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds like Froggy from our gangs.
It is. That's him.
That's him?
That's Froggy.
He sounds kind of cute.
He is cute. He's lovely.
Yeah. And you know that show Bill Ross?
Bill Ross.
It's a commentator,
Bill
Ross William. I don't know. I forgot his first name, Ross. His last name is Ross. He's at 1 a.m. in the morning.
His last name is what?
His last name is Ross.
Ross Limbaugh?
No, not Ross. Ross. He's a TV guy.
What about him? Spencer Ross.
Ross, he had a movie actor.
What about him?
He had a movie actor called Brian Cox.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if anybody has seen any of his movies.
I sure hope not.
No?
No.
He looked very interesting.
Brian Cox? Not the football player, the actor.
Yeah, the actor.
Right. Well, we'll find out. Have a great day, sweetheart.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Say hi to Ross. What the hell was she talking about?
Ross.
Bumba Ross, isn't that it?
Absolutely.
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. You know, I want to say something right now. I'm going to go off on a spiel, and, you know, if you don't like it, too bad. It's a great thing that this particular week that I'm here, because the atmosphere, I'm getting a chance to sample the atmosphere in this building. Now, the last time I was here, which wasn't that long ago, a couple of months, we were still doing 9 to 1. We were still following Moe and Gildy. We still had this nasty, hostile environment in the hallways. People were ready to, like, stab each other, not only in the back, but, like, right in the heart. And it was like this, everybody walking on eggshells up and down the hall, like, tiptoeing around, like, oops, I hope this one's not out there. Oops, you know. Now that the old man is out of here dragging his varicose veins and colostomy bag down the elevator at 8 in the a.m., and now we got Ferrall in there, not only is he a hoot on the air, we have a lot of fun, but the whole environment in this building is like like day and night, night and day, okay, Mo? I hate to break the news to you, Mo, but you cast a dark cloud over this establishment.
Absolutely.
No question about it.
It's like the good old days.
That's right.
And like it was at IOD.
Well, good. In fact, even better than when we had the first team. I mean, you know, they were okay. They'd hang out in the hall a little bit, and they were all right. But we never had that kind of a feeling when they were here, even.
A party atmosphere.
We have a party atmosphere here, and of course, the Marlins don't want a party atmosphere, evidently.
Well, not that kind of party.
Well, why not? Because there's little kids out there. They don't want, like, little kids getting out there getting raped in the pool by
a family affair.
By Boner Boy. See, why didn't you tell us the story that you weren't even at the game last night? Why didn't you just say that? And don't tell me you were. I saw you before the show. Why didn't you say that? I did. The hell you did. You never told me that. I did. Oh boy. See what all those drugs will do to you. I think he's losing it.
Absolutely.
567-0560, pound 560. So welcome, Scott. Welcome. We love you. Even if you do eat like a slob, and even if you're creating some. See, he was trying to do a good thing out there. You know? And they're going to have to understand, if he's going to publicize, people aren't just going to come out there because he says, oh, come out and watch the ball game. They don't want to see the ball game. No, they're not. I mean, that came as a shock to some of those clowns out there, but I am correct, sir, when I say that. They're not going to do that. But if they feel like go out there and maybe, like, you know, a little grab ass, a little party, maybe a little bit of, you know, a few green lizards, purple lizards, 20 or 30, 40 beers, then maybe they'll have a good time. And they did. I bet you none of those people are complaining.
I haven't heard
Just the stuffed shirts in that organization, evidently, and this is only based on a rumor that Beaner Boy is spreading, by the way. Keep that in mind. I do my own personal disclaimer there, and George as well. Beaner Boy is the one who came in and grabbed the mic and started breathlessly intoning into about, wow, they're really upset now. Didn't he say that?
What?
Absolutely.
Hey, if you're in a dead-end job, man, maybe college is too expensive. Maybe it takes too long. You don't have the time. If you can afford only $10 a month and commit yourself 3 nights a week for 4 months, Fast Train can help you achieve your new high-paying computer career. That is absolutely correct. Like I said, it is
absolutely
correct. Just $10 a month and 3 nights a week for only 4 months for individuals who qualify. So call Fast Train. Get your life on a roll. Get it moving. Call them toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. With 4 locations in town, there's bound to be one nearby you. Call them at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Talk with a train career counselor, and keep in mind that Fast Train offers you day, evening, weekend schedules, job placement, hands-on training. So call them today and get your life out of that rut and get on the track to a real job and a big fat paycheck. Fast Train's deferred payment is valid for a year. Regular payments apply thereafter. Whether you're a high school student on summer break, somebody in an underpaid, dead-end job working for a real putz, or just looking to increase your net worth, call Fast Train today and at least check this out. 1-866-FAST-TRAIN, or look them up on the web at fasttrain.com.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Program. I urge every
everyone to complain to this station.
Yeah, man.
We take you now to a small watering hole outside Chappaqua, New York. It's just another day at Tiny's place.
So how's things going there, Mikey?
Same old crap.
What, you still can't find a job?
There's nothing out there.
How you just doing there, fellas?
Hey, what do you have there?
Give me the usual.
Get the president of Zima.
Buy you one there, Mikey?
I got no job.
Oh, same old crap, huh?
Same old crap.
Tell me about it, man. What a week I'm having. She put the book out.
Yeah, I read some of the excerpts there. Hey, tell me something.
What, Tiny?
Did you really cry like a baby when you told her about the Monica Lewinsky thing?
It was an act. You know how we do it. You go home, you do whatever you can. You try to hide it a little bit.
The crocodile tears. Oh, gee.
Cheryl. Tiny, get her off me.
Cheryl, let the president alone.
Cheryl, I told you, no more hanging on me. I did you once. Now, that was a favor.
I just need a drink.
No, I can't get you a drink, Cheryl.
Drink.
This has... Get away from me, okay? Just be quiet over there. Don't cry. Stop crying. I said don't cry. Don't make me come over there. Where's my Zima, man?
Come on, get the president to Zima.
Mikey, you don't read this crap, right? Don't pay any attention to this book.
What book?
Good man. I love Mike. He's a bit of an idiot, but I like him.
Hey, Prince, your blueberry's going off. Your blueberry's going off.
Blackberry.
What?
My pager. Wait a minute, let me see. Wow. Kim Cattrall. I'll give her the Cyclops. Yeah.
Hey, did you say Kim Cattrall?
Yeah.
Did you say Cyclops?
Yes, I did. Thank you, Tiny.
I gotta ask you something.
Oh, hold on. Blackberry's going. Oh, wow. Margie Post.
Wait.
I'm tired of that.
The night court chick?
I'm tired of her.
I'll take her.
Wait a minute.
Want to see a picture of her?
What?
Look at this picture.
Whoa!
Where are her clothes?
Hey, really?
You know what? I'm not going to tell you again. Cheryl!
I need a drink. I need a drink.
No! Jeez, I think you killed her.
Hey, what happens in Tiny's place
stays in Tiny's place.
That's right.
Bring your man another Zima.
Let's have the Zima.
158 at 560 WQAM. We got the Mad Dog coming up next.
All right.
The Humper at 4:15 to 4:30. Well, his show keeps getting a little bit shorter, and he keeps making more money. That's what we're aiming for. 10 to 2 is good, but 10 to like 11:30 would be even better, wouldn't it? Huh? 10 to 10:15, man. Would that be a power pack 15 minutes or what? WQAM.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil.
Yes.
And welcome back.
Yeah.
And in closing, Pop goes the weasel.
Oh. WQAM.
Yeah, may I talk to Neil, please?
Speaking, yes.
Neil, God, you got a great show.
Okay, Mo. Thanks. Wasn't that Mo?
Absolutely.
Sounded like him. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. WQAM. WQAM.
Yeah, let me talk to George. I want to give him the scoop on last night.
I beg your pardon?
I want to talk to George.
About last night?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why can't we talk about it on the air? Is it too perverted?
Yeah.
Because this is that guy.
It's what guy?
No.
No, it's not.
I got the scoop.
You got the scoop on last night, but we can't say it on the air?
Nope.
Okay, hold on. Well, see if it's that guy. Maybe he's got the inside story about the orgy they had last night at the Marlin game. Now, it's interesting. I didn't see anything in the Sun Sentinel or the Herald about that, did you?
No.
Because they probably would have had to give us some free publicity. God forbid, you know. God forbid that should have happened. Just like the Joe Rose call on the Mo Show on Saturday. Any other market, Geneva, New York, if that would have happened on a radio station on WGVA, there would have been a blurb in the paper about that. About a major blow-up between two major personalities on the station. Anybody read anything about that here?
No.
Tom Jicka have anything?
No.
Kevin Baxter Bacon, whatever the hell his name is?
No.
No. Whew, I rest my case. By the way, the most ridiculous statement of them all, George W. Bush is a great leader, 342. They don't like you, Georgie. Peace is coming to the Middle East, 127. George is a great fill-in for Neil, 108. Mo Howard David does a great show, 87. The Marlins will win 91-43. Clarence, our PD, will get laid this year, 24. And Ferrall's got a pleasant voice, 20 votes.
Bye, bye, bye! The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Hiya, Pally!
Absolutely.